Welcome to our reality, everyone. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are because tonight we have yet another week of Big Brother 26 to go over. We just finished our second live eviction of the summer where we saw Lisa go home on a vote of 11-1. It may have been a 11-1 vote, but it certainly was a blindside to the one getting evicted, which made it an entertaining 11-1 vote. And I'm excited to get into the vote tonight, to the episodes this week, to the feeds that we were blessed to be given by the Big Brother producers at times, but mostly not given by the Big Brother producers this week. So we're going to get into everything that is Big Brother 26, and we are live here on YouTube right now. If we also have the chat open, if anyone is here that wants to hop in the chat, any topics that you want to go over, we will have the Wheel of Discussion making a return as well, because it was such a hit last week, and we definitely followed everything on point. But nonetheless, welcome everybody. If you haven't like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. You can also find us on any podcast platform. If you don't ever want to watch us live or just don't catch us live and want a more convenient way to find us, you can always find us in those places as well. And with that, we can get into it. Hello, everyone popping into the chat. I am joined by my esteemed Big Brother colleagues, the Nick City, the Zach Perez, and the lovely Roxy Hopman, helping me condense down this week 2 of Big Brother 26, which not as impactful, I would say, as week 1, but there are certainly things to go over as this game develops into whatever it is going to become in the coming weeks. So Nick, I'm going to come to you first because we thought we were done maybe a little bit with just peak chaos in terms of, how should I say, everyone getting along in the house, the friendships that were forming or not forming. So just now that we've wrapped up a second week, another house guest is gone. Another entertaining house guest, I should say, is gone out of this house. What are you feeling in terms of the dynamics of this game and where we're heading going forward?
Unpredictable, I would say, because I feel like so far we have not really known what the heck is, like, we've known what's going to go on, but like it's been unpredictable in my opinion. And clearly for the house guests too. I mean, we saw a blind side tonight, which was great, and I feel like I want the chaos to keep coming because so far I'm loving it. I will say, it wasn't as insane as the first week, but I do feel like this week was still like really good. And for a season like this early, normally we're like used to like these boring boots and stuff like that, and like, yeah, it was almost unanimous, but there was still so much more that like went on, like, to have it happen. So I'm here for it. I'm enjoying the season. I hope it continues being good. So
That I think we can all agree with that. We all hope that it continues to be good in a season that is entertaining, at least, whether it be controversial or not. I think in terms of the controversy that we've had in the past, it's like a step up in controversy. Is that a thing? I don't think it's a thing. Anyway, Zach, first of all, hello. I hope you can stay for the whole podcast tonight. I know everyone would appreciate it. I know maybe you've got another movie to go to. I don't know. But what I do want to know is, after the second week of Big Brother, how are you feeling overall? I really just have the same question that I asked Nick. How are you feeling about these players, this cast, in the future of this season?
I'm feeling good. I think everyone is on Earth except for Kenny. Too busy wondering what day he's gonna quit, so I guess his mind's stuck on that. But overall, it's still been pretty good. We finally got the fight that wasn't shown to us because for some reason Big Brother wants to cut all the feeds every fucking 30 minutes. Like, what the heck? But I digress. We'll talk about that. But it's been a good week at least. We got the episodes have been way better as far as editing wise, especially since they don't have their golden boy Jeff. I mean Matt here. So it's been good.
All right, it's been good. I hope it continues to be good. Those are the two opinions on the season we have so far. I like it. Roxy, I'm going to come to you now because your girls Angela and Lisa not getting along this week. And I just want to know, how you're feeling about you don't have to talk about Angela and Lisa specifically because we're going to be doing that for the next 2 hours probably, but I really just wanted to say your girls Angela and Lisa, and now we'll transition to my actual question, which is really the same thing. How are you feeling about this week, this season, and the future with the players in this game?
Well, for starters, let me clarify. Angela and Lisa are not my girls.
I was hoping you wouldn't do that, but continue.
You're so annoying. You're such a twit, Barrett. Don't cry.
That's Tom is already calling me that in the chat.
He is an angel. He is an
betrayal.
Angel goddess.
I am magical. I am a goddess.
Goddess.
I am she said it's the third thing. I can't remember. And I know that is how she ended it. But
that's right.
Yeah.
She knows it. No, so as far as the edit goes this week, how would we know if it's good? Like, how do we know if it's good? Because we don't know what happened.
Okay, that's.
I'm just saying,
fair point.
It's all relative. Like, because we don't know. You know why? Because they won't let us see the feeds. And I think every 30 minutes, as Zach said, is being really generous, because it would be like, feeds are back. Like, I can't tell you how many notifications from Feedbot that I have that's like, it was gone for 8 minutes, gone for 7 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, and back for 2. This is ridiculous. It's like anytime anybody even breathes and they think it sounds like they're going to say Angela, it's like, oh, hit the button. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously? So I don't know how the edit was. I enjoyed the shows. If that means anything, I loved the thing with like the montage of Tucker talking about how much like his disdain for Lisa, basically. I loved that. And was that this week? Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far like I hear a lot of people talking about like this is like old school Big Brother, and then you have the nitwits over on certain social media platforms that hate it. And I'm like, get over yourselves. But overall,
all those people on MySpace.
Yes, MySpace. I don't know.
We're actually
MySpace-
going to dedicate the last half hour of this podcast to go to Facebook and comment back to everyone, every casual that is saying that Angela is ruining the game of Big Brother right now. So
I would actually love to do that.
Yeah.
And if we're on MySpace, I can tell you who is not in my top 8, and that is Matt. So anyway, no, not even.
Since you brought up Tucker, I just want to say that this was Tucker's face voting out Lisa tonight, which was
he looks evil, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well,
He's in his
I'd argue
era.
he is evil quite a bit, actually.
Are those-
I love it.
Are
I love it.
Are those Lisa's glasses?
Even better if they are. Even better if they
actually,
are.
I think they are. I hadn't even noticed that.
Me neither.
Yeah, good
Are you-
catch. Good catch. Well, look, I'm gonna go a little step further. I'm not gonna call the show good
Oh.
or almost good. I'm gonna call it's the best new season of Big Brother that we've had in a long, long time. Like, I don't even think like this is starting out good. I don't want to jinx it, but I think this is gonna be one of the best seasons of Big Brother at the end of it. I'm not jinxing it. I take it back. I take it back.
You
I take it
should not
back.
have said any of that.
No,
I take it back.
honestly. Relax.
I do think that's an interesting thing to bring up, though, because if we think about the start of this season compared to the first 2 weeks of recent seasons, how does it truly compare? Because last season we have we have Sari first off, we have Felicia, and we have Izzy, who was just going insane the first 2 weeks, and I think that trio was really fun to watch. Roxy, you would have loved it. And the BB24, we have, I would say, we have Taylor kind of taken over the first couple weeks of this game, and she's the main storyline, and it was not fun. It was not entertaining to anybody involved. We had Daniel Durston as the first HOH.
Gross.
And and eventually, I mean, it all worked out. It did all work out, but then in the middle of that season, we also have Kyle being Kyle. And you have to think about how that derailed the season as well. But the first 2 weeks definitely were awful to watch. We did have Amira, though, in week 3 of 24. We have to think about that. That was pretty entertaining to watch.
This may not be
That means right
I'm gonna
now,
take back the maybe one of the best. I'm gonna take that back, and I'm just gonna say I think that so far this season has been magnificent chaos. How about that?
Okay, yeah, I can
All
take
right,
that
Barrett.
title.
Now you give us your opinion. You never give us your opinion. You
Oh
just
my
like to throw
gosh.
questions out and then say nothing. So you can't be held accountable.
Yeah, it's true. It's a great strategy that usually y'all don't come back at me for. But I will say I have enjoyed these first 2 weeks. Recency bias is always at play with Big Brother, but I do believe this season is kind of on a different level, and not in terms of gameplay, because I don't think there are a bunch of masterminds running around this house. I mean, look at Lisa.
Hardly.
I said to y'all earlier, I'm surprised she even found the door. That's how much she was not even like in this game. People were telling her last week about the vote, and she was not believing them. And you saw in her interview tonight with Julie, she's like, she was so shocked that people were lying to her and weren't truthful to her. That was kind of her theme. And it's just like, what are you? What are you trying to play? It's cue the clip of Angela also from tonight's episode. This is Big Brother. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that Lisa deserved being berated by Angela by any means, or that anyone deserves to even be witness to Angela in this house right now. But I do think there is something to say for the chaos that is in this game between Angela and I would say just the little characters. You have Quinn that's being an absolute mess. You have Joseph where you're like, who even is this guy right now? You have Lisa who doesn't know what's happening but is constantly entertaining in the worst ways possible. You had
Barrett.
Matt. What?
wipe that smirk off your face.
Also an iconic line. That's what I'm also saying. Like, we're going to be quoting the first 2 weeks of this game for many, many years, mainly because of Angela's monologue and her one-liners that she keeps throwing out. She said, "What you're feeding me, I'm not eating." Like, she said another one this week. I'm like, God,
She's
Did
so
you
good.
see, did you see T posted in the Facebook group like some of the TikToks where people are using Angela's monologue as the sound, and it's so funny. Like probably people who don't even know what Big Brother is.
No,
like
yeah.
like the same way that they use Alyssa Riley all the time, like that meme of her. Like
Yeah.
they don't know who that is. They just use that, the spit take.
Alyssa Riley, Davon with the pretends to be shocked. I see all the time outside of Big Brother. I think Leah's. I don't know if y'all saw I mean, obviously y'all saw it was in the episode, but Leah's little smile turning into just sobbing,
Yeah.
going into the bathroom with Mackenzie this week. That is definitely going to be used for forever and ever. And I'm going to pull that up right now.
There was a famous Taylor Swift like fan account that used it.
Really?
Yeah, and they were like, I have no idea where that's from, but this is me 100%, and a bunch of people got a hold of it.
I have no idea where this is from, but I love this.
It's so sad.
No, there's a lot of really good moments that we've already had, and nevertheless fights, like actual like confrontations that I feel like are the big thing that we lack in a lot of Big Brother. And I don't love the context of a lot of these confrontations, but you
What do you
cannot tell
mean?
me that this season is not. I don't know, especially like with I have a lot of problems with how I mean, obviously everyone has problems with how Angela handled the situation with calling out the 3 C's plus T-Core this week.
Oh yeah.
And Quinn's involvement and all of that. I think that's like, and also the editing of all of that was pretty
Well,
gross
how do you
at
know
times
what
to me.
really happened?
Exactly.
How do you know?
Well, Angela came out to look like a random, like almost. How do I describe it? They didn't make her look like the villain necessarily, and I thought it was going well until her apology with the weird piano music and like and also they didn't mention any of those specific like T-Core's confrontation in the recap for tonight's episode on the previously on. They didn't mention any of that. They made it just look like Angela called him out and totally skipped over that T-Core was like, when you assume something like that. They didn't put any of that in the recap, which means they're just trying to make you forget that it even happened, which I don't appreciate at all.
I'm trying to think of someone that you would know, Barrett, that you're kind of like editing her like, but like Nick will probably get it. Like she reminds me of like the edit that Nora got on Survivor 39, or the edit that
Why do you always do that? As if we don't know
That
Nick will
Robin,
get it. Y'all won't. Nick will.
Robin from the challenge always gets, the crazy woman or something.
Like the
Who?
crazy.
Yeah, we don't know who that is. Whatever.
Do you know who Robin
That's
is?
such.
Zach.
I do love that gift.
It will live forever and ever. And it's all because of the season. It could go downhill. I mean, I think a lot of seasons have started out strong and then just been flops by the end. The pre-jury phase in a lot of Big Brother seasons, I think, is very separate from once you get to the end of the game. Because once the structure really comes through, in which we don't have one yet, it can make the game seriously boring.
I don't think we're gonna get one.
I don't think we're going to get one either.
No.
I mean, Chelsea would have been a good HOH to actually establish a big group, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen, which is
I don't
exactly
think the
what we need.
I don't think the structure of the game really is conducive for a big group. Like this whole 3 people, potentially 4 that you're gonna like as the HOH, potentially putting 4 different people up with only 2 left at the end of the week, and you don't know who they're going to be until the night of eviction. I don't think you can have like a really large alliance with this setup, and I like it.
Roxy, well, if you're so comfortable and don't want to go strategize with people the last 2 minutes, then maybe y'all should just sit down. And we can
I'm
get to the
sitting
vote.
down. What are you talking about?
What?
I mean,
just playing.
they also were asking, what are you talking about? Because Julie is about to flip out on them next week. If they don't go into their little campaign rooms when she says to before the live vote and eviction, something bad is going to happen. We're going to go from
Well-
Joke and Julie to like,
Joking Julie.
Well,
I couldn't think of another J that would be good for like an evil version of Julie. What would what would be a
Joking Julie
Well-
to Joker Julie.
Joker Julie? Oh, Joker
Oh, that's
Julie on
good,
live
Zach.
TV.
That's
It's
good.
almost too fitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
God.
do you think? Okay, so
Jesus
if they
Julie
want-
to Joker Julie.
if
Roxy.
they
Yeah.
want somebody to campaign during that little tiny snippet, why don't they just like? Why didn't Julie just have them sit down in a chair and then go, Barrett, would you like to take this time to campaign? Yes or no? Nick, do you want to yes or no? And if y'all both say no, then move on. Quit just sitting there awkwardly and just letting us like watch
Well,
them
because
do
they-
nothing
well,
and then
they did that-
complain.
Well, they did that kind of last week, but then she was like, no, these aren't your final speeches. Y'all can't talk right now. Like, we're going to get to
Mhm.
that. And it's just like,
She did give a little more clarity in her instructions tonight to try and prevent what happened last week from happening this week. And then they still didn't do it. And I think she was like exasperated. Well, no, she was pissed. She's mad at them. She got angry.
This is her
almost
idea.
They almost got a monologue from her. Next week it'll be Julie on the stairs, and she's gonna be like, "Yes, exactly."
So everyone's
just like-
comfortable, huh?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're just not gonna go home. Well, wipe that stupid smirk off your face, Lisa. They put Lisa back in the house for this.
she pulls out some rocks. All right, we're going to rocks.
What? Build fire. Yeah, build. We're going to fire.
Yeah.
Survivor terms. I know them. I know how to say them.
No, Barrett, you don't. But Nick gets it. Nick understands.
I do.
Jeff Probst said, "We're gonna do fire." I know how this game works.
You know who hosts
Trust me.
Survivor? I'm impressed.
Are you kidding me? I know everything about Survivor. Anyway, we're going to get off course. We need to start talking about Big Brother 26. And I really want to just talk about Angela first off, but I do want to pay off like Lisa as a player. If you can.
You want to pay
say
her
that.
off?
Yeah, just so we don't ever have to talk about her again.
That's a lot of money, Barrett,
Giving her
for a
some hush
celebrity.
Oh, sorry.
But it's-
Play her off. Pay her off. Play her off. Send her off. Say
Barrett,
bye to
she is a
Lisa. We're gonna say bye to
celebrity.
Lisa.
No,
She's
I
a
just
celebrity
like the
chef
idea
of
of hush
celebrities.
money. Like she's back to cooking celebrities now. So
Yeah. Oh, I wish somehow the houses could know that Lisa actually was a chef and because that's a funny thing for them not to think that she is, because it's such a bold thing to claim that you are going into a game where you could actually cook every single night. And so the fact that her cooking was so poor that they were convinced that she was lying about being a chef when she is a celebrity chef, and that is her job title apparently.
Well, celebrities don't actually like they get like fanciest meals on earth or something, and like she doesn't like usually make mac and cheese or like enchiladas. It's like this is a s'more decomposed and reduced in a fine wine reduction.
That's like saying a surgeon.
It's
like saying
double reduced.
Yeah. And you can't say like a surgeon could do open heart surgery but can't like fix a little scrape. Like that's basically what she's saying. Like, no, just because she can make really elaborate things doesn't mean that she forgets how to make basic things.
How could she make food in there when she's missing a vital ingredient that she has on the outside? There are no celebrities inside the house for her to cook.
I don't know how to make food for regular people. It's not about what I'm making. It's about who I'm making it for that keeps me from doing it.
Exactly. Or if she wants to actually cook the celebrities because she's a cannibal, but she's a magical goddess.
She goes to each and every house. How many followers do you have on Instagram?
She cooks the one with the most followers.
Everyone's below 1 million followers. I can't do it.
What are these numbers that are so low in follower counts? I can't do it.
Can we happy birthday to Jameson.
Oh, happy birthday, Jameson.
Our loyal Jameson, our biggest fan who we love and adore. He's 21 and he's going to get to apply for Big Brother for the first time. And I'm going to root so hard for him. Yay. Happy birthday, Jameson.
Maybe you and Nick will be on the cast together.
Yes. In honor of Jameson's birthday. Oh.
Not you, Barrett.
Oh my God. Yeah, what is this podcast turned into?
I want Lisa to lose this more than a kid wants it to snow on Christmas Day, baby. Let's go.
I love him. I really, truly do.
The Tucker Lisa feud rivalry, I think, is going to be one that we're going to miss very soon.
Yes.
I do think.
Who's he going to hate now, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too, Zach.
I mean, yeah, he will find his person. I really don't know if he loves anybody, if I'm gonna be truthful. I don't know if there's a lot of people that he's just ecstatic about, because he acts
part of his CIA training. You never form attachments,
which was something I loved about him and Lisa, is that like he was so good at being nice to her. Like fake nice to her, that it was kind of scary at times. Even though he does
it to everyone.
Yeah.
What about Tubina?
Matt last week. Well, yes, but let's finish talking about Lisa first. We're so off track.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
And Zach, you are frozen.
Oh no,
it's not really your
fault. He's not frozen.
Roxy.
He's at the movies.
Yeah.
Lisa had a rough time this week with Angela's existence in the house. We had a couple of really, really good Angela Lisa moments. One of them we'll get into in a second, but one of them was just this little moment as she was grabbing Quinn before the T-Core
with you.
confrontation.
Yep. Lisa, wipe that stupid smirk off your face.
My favorite part is that Lisa really wasn't even smirking this entire time. It was like Angela just wanted to say, and also Lisa, I want you to know that I don't like you right now. I can't enter a room without reminding you how much I don't like you. Now I will leave the room. And then, but Lisa, she's gone from the game. She never really had a chance to begin with, if I'm going to be completely honest. If you disagree, I understand. But just with everything, people were trying with her. I really think people tried and were trying to be patient. She just continued to rub them the wrong way. And then also would not take any information as potentially a lie. And also on the other end, didn't listen really when she should have, whether it be last week when Quinn was like, hey, Matt's probably going to go. And she was like, oh, I don't think so, though. No one else is telling me that, so it must not be true. And then just kind of went on with her day. And also, obviously, was one of those votes to evict Matt to the whole house.
I know. And why lie about it? Because why would I lie? Because because everybody knows it's you. Like, to me, you got first of all on the vote, and you got yourself because you were flat out told, and you still voted to keep Matt. Everyone knows that it's you. It's obvious. So why would you try to to even attempt to say that it wasn't you makes no sense. Just ingratiate yourself to the other people and just say, look, I was clearly on the wrong side of the vote and I do not want to be there again. Like,
And she was.
help me, like,
Yeah.
but instead she was like, no, it wasn't me. I am a chef. I don't care what you think. I'm a magical goddess and I'm in charge and I know everything. I have
gotta find that
studied
magical goddess clip real quick.
I've studied everything, Tucker,
including
talking
sociology.
to you. Yes,
Including sociology. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, they were
I
both
don't
ridiculous.
think she knows what sociology is, because I think that would be largely unhelpful. To maybe she'll look it up now that she's out, because I don't think she's going to have a chefing job.
You don't know that.
No, Angela's painted her career. Don't you remember? Gosh.
Oh, true. Yeah. I guess so. She did tell Angela that she didn't even want to be associated with her when she gets out of this game.
Because she's ruining her career.
Yeah. Which,
So,
I mean,
can't even be a chef now.
at least she
Celebrity
knows
or
Big Brother to
otherwise.
that. At least she knows Big Brother to the degree of like the fandom and their craziness surrounding
And
Big
that
Brother.
they
So
are. That they are.
I am magical. I am a goddess. I am great. And I know that.
As she was crying.
As she was crying, I am going to think
Over-
about that moment. I'm going to think about Angela grabbing Cedric by the arms while screaming at him. Like, I'm going to think about so many things for such a long time. Just
The
from
way
this week.
Angela grabbed Cedric, to me, it felt like the over dramatic, like it felt like a scene from an old movie, like Gone with the Wind or something. It's like oh, Rhett, like
Yeah.
what in the world?
We are going to have, yeah.
Like just laid over on him and just, I mean, what? And then the way Lisa was crying over being called a twit. It was as if someone had just sentenced her to death. She was in the fetal position in the corner. And people are like, oh my gosh, what's happening? She called me a twit. Don't you know that people are like, I'm sorry, was there anything else that happened? Or,
Yeah, and then what did she do?
yeah, after she called you a twit, did she like stab you or what?
My
You are
favorite was when
crying
they're
a lot.
all- They're all in the storage room and they're like, "What's a twit?" Nobody
Oh
could,
no!
like,
What
give
she
a
did that?
definition
Wait,
of
what is
what
that?
it
What is
was.
that exactly?
Well, they're probably thinking, I don't think I know what a twit is if this is the reaction to being called one. It's like, even when I was
don't really
a child,
care.
if someone
I
said
shoot
that
you.
to me, there's no way I would cry about that. And if I did, my parents would be like, get over it. I mean,
Well, let's see the moment and then see if you're in tears afterwards, Roxy.
okay, let me see.
I don't really care. I'm sure you do, you little twit. Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean, excuse me? Do not call me that. You're a twit. Excuse me? That is very rude.
I'm sorry, Angela doubling down on it and saying it again right to her face. What she said is kind of great. I'm not saying you should go around calling people names. I'm not advertising that, but I am saying that her turning around and saying it again immediately is
I will say it makes
a great moment for Angela,
I mean-
amongst really bad moments.
I will say it makes for good TV.
It does make for
it
great TV.
does. I mean, I'm advocating for you to just walk around calling people names. I mean, it's childish at best, but also it's like maybe she has something in her life that this is evoking some sort of childhood memory from the playground. I don't know, but I did. Hi, Shy Boy. By the way, hi.
Oh.
I did see you in chat.
Shy Boy made it finally.
Yes,
Welcome.
and I'm glad to see. I'm
Welcome.
glad to see you too. I am a queen. It's true. I'm also a magical goddess. In case you didn't hear. In case you didn't know. But did y'all think that was an overreaction, or is that just me?
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, like, I would have been like, what the fuck? But like, I wouldn't have been in the fetal position crying in the storage room. Like, I would have said something back, but like, I don't think I would have cried. I feel like that's where it was like, what the hell is going on here?
Right. Like, not that, like, like I might have, well, it probably wouldn't even hurt my feelings, but let's just pretend for a second that it did. Let's pretend I have feelings for a second.
Yes, of course.
Even if it hurt my feelings, I'm fairly confident that I would not lie on the floor in the storage room and cry like that.
It's
I
the
might
Big
just
Brother
be
house,
mean.
Roxy. Your emotions all get heightened in there. So can you?
They do, which means I might like maybe possibly tear up, but that'd probably be the extent of it.
This is going to be such a good moment for me to clip out when you eventually go on the show, and I can just cut to you crying at every point in the season.
Me crying?
Yeah.
I'll never go on the show because
This is
I'm
going to
afraid
be
I'll
you.
cry.
First day on the feeds in the corner in the storage room.
No, but I would be first boot. There's no doubt about that. They'd be like, she's got to go.
They
We have to
would.
get
They
rid
would
of her.
probably try to evict you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Roxy.
100%. And I don't blame them. And you know what? I'd give them a monologue from the stairs before I left. Matt.
Okay. Lisa, upon eviction, 11-1 vote. Truly blindsided. Both blindsided. You have. I can't remember the last time I saw the person who stayed get this shocked by staying in the house since maybe like, oh no, I may have to say it. BB18.
Zach's not here, so you can.
I know.
It's fine.
Thank God he's not here for this.
With Mish.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like you are right.
Look at their faces. Just the completely contrasted expressions on their faces. Lisa is furious. Look at her.
Yeah,
Oh,
did she even say a word on her way out? I didn't hear a word that she said.
Wow.
She said wow. Wait, I think I actually did see that.
She like mouthed it, right?
When
she like,
Jack played the clip
wow.
earlier before we went live. She was like, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So was Tucker the first person to hug her? Oh
Yes.
my god.
Even-
I didn't even
can't
catch
write
that.
this.
This is diabolical what they did to her. I kind of feel bad. I don't, but I do.
I
feel
felt bad. I'm not gonna lie. I felt bad, but like, I don't know.
Why?
bad.
'Cause you're a nice person.
Just because like I was sitting there and as the votes were coming in, I was like, Lisa's literally not gonna even know with this vote count. Like she's gonna be like, oh, it's 11-1. Like Angela's out, and then Julie's gonna say Lisa, and she's gonna be like,
I
I was
mean,
like, she's so shocked.
If you're Lisa, in this whole week you've had Angela just in you getting into a feud,
Well,
Angela getting
right.
into a feud with T-Core, Angela getting into a feud with Quinn, Angela just being Angela, being outcasted, and then being in other rooms where you're discussing voting out Angela. And then right before the vote, we saw the only clip I really got to see of her talking was with Quinn, and it looked like it was a conversation of we're good, and Quinn was like, yeah, totally. And then after all of that, hearing 11-1, I would also probably think I was okay, especially if I've never watched this show before and don't know how it works.
do you think she instantly regretted not taking the few minutes that Julie allotted to campaign individually? Do you think she was like, dang it, should have done it?
Maybe so.
It
I don't know what
wouldn't
she would have done
matter.
though. I don't think she would have thought she was in danger. She probably just would have been.
Oh no, she didn't. And to be honest, if you're on the wrong side of the vote the first week, after not believing when someone told you straight to your face, hey, pretty sure Matt's going home, and you're like, no, I would have heard about this. And I didn't. And then realizing you didn't hear about it. So they were lying to you. They were lying. You would think that this week you might go, wonder if they're lying to me. Never crossed her moonlit goddess mind.
Yeah.
Never.
No, she
Crazy.
really had so many chances, Roxy, like you said, to actually play this game or to actually pretend like she knows what's going on somewhat, or at least just getting to a point where you're like, okay, yes, this is a lie, or maybe they're not being 100% truthful to me, or maybe I should take Tucker having a full-on interrogation about me having a power that I don't have to be a sign that maybe people are kind of concerned about me in some regards.
You know, his CIA background probably intimidated her.
It would have gotten me. I would have said I had a power immediately.
I'm sorry,
You got me.
but if he would have said that to me, I would have laughed unintentionally. Okay. Like, no, you're clearly not like.
He's a mastermind CIA undercover psychologist. Okay. He understands what he's doing. He can read body movement and body language.
Well, he has some body movement and body language. Like, he is like just constantly just like crouched. Like, his back must hurt all the time.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know how
always
he
at
does
some sort
it.
of slant. I don't understand it. But he
I
also
love
loves
him.
He likes biscuits and he likes puzzles, and we can't fault him for any of these things that
No.
he enjoys.
And I never will, because I
Yeah.
love him. Like, I adore him. Somebody tonight told me that they don't like Tucker, and I'm like, well, I don't like
Wow.
you. No,
Yeah.
I do like her. I do like her, but I was like, okay, well, to each their own. But I was just like, are we even watching the same show? I don't think we are.
I don't think a lot of people are. Which, I mean, we're
No.
practically, well, at a certain point, we practically are, because the feeds keep cutting off. So we don't have this difference in casual and feedster as much as we usually do.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Which is annoying. And which, to be fair, maybe CBS knew that I had such a busy week this week that they were like, you know what, let's save all of this for the live episode when we know Roxy's going to be able to watch it, because
Mhm.
I tried to turn on feeds, here and there. Of course, it's fish. Like, we'll be right back. Like, that's a lie. We know that's a lie. Lisa probably thinks it's true, though. She's
Lisa
like,
has no
no,
clue.
they're going to be right back. It says it right there on the screen. Why would they put it up there if it's not true? And I'm like, no, it's a lie. Girl, it's a lie. But anyway, like, I was like gone so much all week, and every time I would try to turn it on, I'm like, seriously, nothing. So CBS was like just doing me a favor, probably. That's what it is.
Yeah. We may have to talk about them calling you a little bit later in the wheel of discussion, which
yes.
I think we should start, because
I was gonna
Lisa,
do
I'm
it.
just gonna say bye. Bye, Lisa. We'll miss you.
Bye, Lisa.
Thank you for your
Bye, girl.
one-liners. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for being a magical goddess, and because we all know it. We all know that you are.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
fighting
for
Angela.
Moon water.
Yeah, thank you for fighting Angela, especially. Good point, Nick. And Moon water.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, she wasn't afraid to stand up to her. I mean, she did cry, but I guess you can only put up with so much before you finally break down over the word twit. But
Are we ready for the wheel?
I'm
Yes.
ready.
Cam, what are we going to land on first?
I cannot.
Look at the wheel. Why is it like that?
And we're going to talk about Angela.
This was my suggestion.
That's so funny.
So Angela's had quite a week. Roxy, your girl Angela, in case anybody just jumped to this middle part of the podcast and missed the beginning.
Yeah.
Another chaotic week with Angela, even though she was not in power. She's up on the block. She gets to compete in AI Arena. She got in how many fights total did Angela get into this week? or I would say confrontations, whatever you want to call it. We have
11
well, her and
teams.
Lisa was last week, so we can't even. I don't know if we can count that for this week at all, or was this week? When
Yeah,
is the
it's
end?
this week.
No,
Well,
it
it's a
was
little
this-
of both.
I'm losing so much.
I think
How
she
can I
won
lose
her
track
last
of
week too,
fights
though.
in Big Brother? I
Because
guess
there's
it means
so
that something
many.
good's happening. Yeah. But Angela, we have the feud with Lisa. We have the feud with Quinn and T-Core to some degree. We have Angela. I mean, I would almost count that moment where she's just eavesdropping that we saw on tonight's episode in the other room while they're all talking about getting rid of her. One of those people is Lisa, by the way, in that conversation, and she's just listening outside of the door, waiting for all of them to come out. And I guess it was Tucker that was like, "You don't have to stare as angry like that," or what did he say exactly? I'll have to go back and look.
He said, "I'm in the CIA."
Stop. He didn't say that. Angela was like, "I'm not angry. I'm just aware." Aware Angela.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Aware-jula.
Aware Angela. Angela's showmans with awareness. But Angela, as we talked a little bit about Angela's like future in this game and if she has a future at all. And I think one of the things that we really pointed out is that she's just got to like reset some sort. Like you can use Angela as a tool to some degree, but she didn't do anything to help herself this week. She wasn't in power. She was up on the block. She wasn't even shocked that she was up on the block. She fully realized the position she was in.
She sat back and shut up. She couldn't do it. She can't.
No.
It's when Lisa went home, then Angela had like a mini speech that she gave to all of these people standing there staring at her, where she promised them basically that she's going to have a reset. She's going to do better. Thank you for keeping me. And they're all just like looking at her like expressionless. Well, not even really expressionless. The expression to me, I've not studied with the CIA, so my body language skills might be a little less than, Tucker's, but to me, they look like they were like, okay, well, we didn't vote to keep you. We voted to get rid of Lisa, and these things are not the same. But in Angela's mind, they are. And she's promised them to turn over a new leaf this week. She's going to be a completely different person, and she loves them, Barrett. She loves them.
love you, Cedric.
I love you.
Oh God! Now you're making me want to just go grab that clip. I know we got that whole confrontation to go over, which I
We
do want to go
need
over
to-
first. But Nick, yeah,
It's
what?
so
We
funny.
need to talk about my favorite clip too, which was the
The walking.
The
Yeah.
walking.
Oh yeah, that could have
Nick
That
easily
was
been
that
a-
one.
literally my favorite thing the whole week. I thought it was so funny because I feel
Uh.
like she did Lisa's walk perfectly. Like it was perfect.
Oh my
And
gosh,
just
I
the
know.
look on Lisa's face where she looked so appalled. Like it was so good.
That speaks to Angela in this game is that she did that and I completely forgot that she did that. Like
She does so much. She's so extra.
that is sure for sure. Okay.
Listen and observe. Listen and
This is the live feed version of
Listen
this, by
and
the way.
observe. Listen and observe. And they just zoom in on her face. It's so good. Like, come on.
The fact that she is whispering listen and observe and then immediately
Just, like,
following
the
that.
opposite of it. Like,
I mean, she observed Lisa's walk and then imitated it perfectly. So who's to say that she wasn't being what she wasn't observing in that very moment? One more time. Oh my God. We can't vote her out. I'm sorry. She is a I would
mean-
classify her as a problematic house guest through and through, but we gotta keep
Yeah.
her around. Just give me a couple more weeks with Angela, please.
The
I'm begging
problematic
you.
queen of improv. That's
Yeah.
what she is.
Please let me
She's
keep
like-
Angela a couple more weeks, casuals. I'm begging you. From the top of the stairs,
so
I'm
good.
begging you.
I mean, honestly, Lisa's face in the background is everything. It's not even like I mean, like Angela's being well, not nice, but Lisa's face in the background, she's like, what the heck? But and then she said that it was a form of flattery. Like, I didn't get that. I did not get flattery
Yeah.
from that. I mean, call me crazy, but no,
I don't think she likes you, Lisa. I'm not gonna lie.
it's just a guess. I don't.
Even if I was lying, Lisa, you probably wouldn't get it though.
Right.
Freaking, I love you, and I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. It was not because of race. Oh my God, that hurts.
Look, Cedric is so good. First of all, he's precious. I freaking love that kid, but he's so precious. But Cedric is such a good, like, the natural instinct for this game is crazy to me. He's always in a good position, with everybody in the house. But like it didn't take him very long to learn that when Angela is having like some sort of a breakdown or like where she's shaking you vigorously and crying in your face, he has learned the fastest way to make it okay is to just, it's okay, Angela. Okay. I mean, and it's like giving a toddler a cookie. Like it's immediate. She's like, thank you for understanding. And he's like, you got it, Mama. It's all right, Mama. Who is this kid? He's a genius.
Poor Cedric being just in the wrong place at the wrong time for this,
Right.
because he just
Literally.
happened to be in the perfect line of vision for Angela to be like, I love you. Which is so bizarre. Cedric, has he caught any of this argument so far? I know he's got that DR after she hugs him and he's like, I don't think you're racist. You just made a really bad game move. And I don't know why you're doing
Yeah.
this to me. I think it's right here.
I like Mama Angela as a person, but she's played a terrible game so far, and she just doesn't have control of her emotions. Angela, I don't think you're racist at all. I think it was a bad game move that blew up in your face.
He would be
He's
correct.
so cute. What a little doll he is. I love him.
I really like Cedric, and I thought that he was gonna be like really immature and annoying, and he's like the
Mhm.
total opposite of like how I thought he was gonna be. So
I
I'm
mean,
very
he
happy
doesn't
about that.
understand the game, but he's doing
Yeah.
so good at the game. It's like
Right.
he's learning so fast.
DX.
Like,
Yes,
yeah.
very that.
honestly, he's learning like on the fly exactly how to maneuver and manipulate people. And honestly, I think he's doing great. And not just because he's precious and a little doll baby, and he is that, but he's doing great. Like for real. And I never expected that from him.
I would never. Sorry.
Never. Matt.
Anytime you say never, I'm just gonna go back to this.
You, and I would never, ever, ever, ever do that.
All right, let's break down
She
this
means
entire
it.
situation from where it started, because this all began with Angela
we
observing.
don't know.
Well, according to the episodes, I should say, this all began with Angela observing T-Core and then the 3C Alliance, if we're still going to call the 3Cs as their own little core, which would be Cam, Chelsea, and Cedric. Everyone's hanging out by the hammock, and Angela sees them from the kitchen and says, that's the group. Actually, she goes to get Quinn and is like, you're not going to believe what's happening. And then Quinn goes over there with her, and then she says, that's the group. Quinn takes this info to T-Core. T-Core's like, that's a little bit weird that she would say it like that. And then she goes to talk to Angela about it. Angela goes back to talk to Quinn. We have the wipe that smirk off your face, Lisa. Just got to get that in there. And then we have T-Core and Quinn and Angela all in the bathroom, where Angela begins to slowly fall into the I would never do that to you. I
She's
love
so
T-Core.
aggressive. Ever. Never.
Yeah. As soon as you started crying, T-Core just left. She's like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yes. And I love that. She's like, no, I'm not doing this. I don't have time for that. Like, no.
Which
I'm not
good
doing
on
it.
good on her. You don't need to be cried at for something like that from the person that you think did that to you, or even just the person that said from a game basis, that's the group we have to worry about.
Well,
The
right.
episode also, we need to, this is where we should probably talk about the edit, because the episode did not try to frame it as that's the group that we should go against. They tried to frame it as Angela saying that's the group that I want to work with, which is such bullshit by the editors, them trying to save Angela like that.
Well,
that is so stupid. I'm
Angela
sorry.
tried to save Angela like that. That's what she said in the bathroom. And I'm thinking to myself, I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, I wish one of them would have said, like, if you wanted to work with the people out there, then why didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Like, what is your intention of saying that's the group? Because to me, if somebody is like, oh my gosh, you have to see what's happening outside, and then you point at them and say that's the group, to me, that means we have to get rid of them. They're working together. Like,
Yeah.
even if you
That's
take
what that means. Yeah.
even
That's
if you
exactly
take
what that means.
like race out of the equation, I still think that's what that means.
Yeah.
But I think the real question is, did she think it because of the race, or did she think it because they're all sitting out there? And I think she thought it for both reasons, to be honest. But regardless, I don't think she's pointing them out because she wants to work with them. I think that's a bunch of bull. So
Because why would she be pointing to Quinn and being like, that's the group
Yeah.
that we should get in with? Like, where's like
there's it's
come
weird,
on.
right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's
no.
I don't.
I also
think
don't know-
Look, Angel is a lot of things. Cuckoo Magoo for sure, but
Mhm.
I don't know if cognizantly she realized that she's pointing them out based on race. But I think once she did realize that was the implication, I think she freaked out. But
You're-
really? Like, yeah, just a little bit. But it's like the way she tried to spin it to me is ludicrous. Like, it's laughable because you want to work with them and that's how you approach it. I don't. Nobody does that. Nobody is
No.
like, I'd like to work with that group. Look at them. That's the group.
That's the
Nobody does
group. I
that.
love them.
Like, what?
No.
Crazy
That's the
shit.
group, and they're all my best friends.
Somebody gave us money.
Somebody gave us money. Money in the chat. Money in the chat. Who gave us Cody?
Money?
It was
Cody gave us
Cody,
money in
man.
the chat.
Chat money. No,
Oh my
seriously.
God.
Thank you, Cody.
Cody, that is so
Cody.
kind of you. Thank you so much. That
Aw,
means
that's
that
so
means
nice.
a lot.
I guess you didn't see me being mean earlier. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
they jumped. Thankfully.
That's why your name's mentioned. Right?
Yeah, you won't believe it. Roxy just got done talking about how Kenny was going to win this season, and she was really
Shut
excited
up.
to see it
Do
happen.
not say that. Wait, Shy Boy in chat said, didn't she turn down the collective, which has all of them? Did she?
Is that every single person that would be in the 3 Cs and
Oh.
Tico
Because
as well?
I thought she was already working with Takor and Cedric, was she not?
She's definitely working with or trying to work with Takor. Definitely was working with Cedric. And
And
you had
Jen-
Quinn
or,
and
sorry.
Joseph.
Beard Freak too. Don't be quit.
Don't be a toy box, Roxy. Amazing.
Thank you, Jen. That's my friend Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Beard Freak.
Jen.
And when I saw Beard Freak in the chat, I was like, that has to be my friend. She is the Beard Freak.
Very kind, all of you. Thank you so much. But yes, I believe all, or
Okay,
maybe like
the
one.
collective was supposed to be Cam, Cedric, Chelsea, Quinn, T-Core,
Yes. So all of them.
Chemo, and Joseph.
Every single person
So,
that she called the group.
yeah.
Yeah, but at one point, yeah, you're right. You're right. At one point in time, they were like, "We're gonna," and maybe Angela, but then she acted like a crazy Looney Tunes.
Yeah, she didn't believe them. She didn't believe that Joseph and Quinn really wanted to form an alliance
Yeah,
with her.
and now all of a sudden she does. I have forgotten all of this. Yeah, man, it's been a week.
Yeah, it's
as
been,
my
it's been a
friend-
long week. I know.
Yes, as my friend, the beard freak Jen would say, Angela is 6 cups of crazy. That's one of my
Mm.
favorite things that she calls people. She's like
That's a good way to
6
put
cups
it.
of crazy.
What, Angela?
Considering the other past seasons, season 23, season 24, when a group of people of color or a group of black people gather.
Oh, no, don't put that in there.
I'm not saying that that's what
Please
you
don't put that in
meant.
there.
Is she saying that to Tico, or is she saying that to the editors?
I didn't think of it like that.
I did
Don't put that
not
in
think
there.
of it like that. I thought she was
When
saying
a
it to
group of
Tor.
people of color or a group of black people
Oh,
gather.
no, don't put that in there.
I'm not saying that that's what
Please
you
don't put
meant.
I mean, she has a little callback a little bit on, or a little bit later before the Cedric thing, saying "roll back the film." Let's see if I can find
Now
that.
she was working with T Core though, right? Didn't she have something? Look, no, listen. To be honest, Angela worked with everybody at some point during her
yeah.
HOH reign, and then thought that they were all lying, so she wasn't really working with them. So yeah,
Angela's kind of off in her own island that she made for herself.
the
which is,
Isle of Angela.
Don't let that narrative get out. Roll the film back.
Not this.
What a mess.
We can't. We don't have flashbacks.
We can't. We literally cannot roll back the film, Angela. Believe us. We all want to roll the film back on everything that you do, but
The feeds were
right now
probably
we
on Blu-ray back
actually,
anyways. So
yeah.
She's crazy if she thinks that like. I'm sorry, but there's no way that she's pointing them out because she wanted to work with them.
Oh no! And the fact that that is the narrative that they tried to sell is so stupid, because I feel like any casual could see that and be like, I don't think that's what she meant though. Like, I don't think she was going out of her way.
A race thing. Don't let that narrative get out. Roll the
Look
film
at
back.
Cedric's like,
don't think
what
you're
are
racist."
you talking about?
That could not be further than the truth and how I feel.
further.
Why did she say it like she was at a slam poetry session?
Further.
Roll the film
Hold
back.
on.
It could not be further from the truth. Cedric, I love you. I would never, ever.
I love that throughout the whole scene, Tucker is just cooking in the background and paying no minds to it. at
He
all.
really is.
Like he is
I know.
not giving her a second of his time.
Mm-mm.
Well, this is not the first Angela show that they have seen, so I can't
No.
imagine. I think they're somewhat used to it by now.
Yeah, Tucker's back there sauteing things and going, "This is a rerun. I've already seen it." So, you know,
Didn't you do this before?
yeah, I saw this one already. It's syndication now.
I do want to connect, talk a little bit about Quinn during all of this, because he's not the cause, because Angela's the cause, but Quinn is a lot to blame for these things that consistently happen with Angela, whether it be by his intention or not by
messy.
his intention. He is very messy, and he's playing with everybody, which is another thing that's gonna get him caught. And he is a rat. He definitely,
Oh, it's a rat
Um,
game.
yeah, he said he was going to do as much in his interview when he said that there are
But
4
I
types
don't
of Big
mind a
Brother
rat
players.
game. Like a rat game's fine if you know you're a rat. It's fine. Play like
Yeah.
a rat. Like I
Yeah.
can respect it if that's your intention. But if it's not and you're just a rat by happenstance, get out of here. But do you think so? Quinn goes to tell T Core, he's like, hey, so Crazy Pants just told me this. And then you know, well, he tells Chelsea, right? And then anyway, through the grapevine, it comes out because because Quinn has said it, but do you think that he thought when she said that's the group, do you think that he thought that it was based on race? Like, do you think that he thought this was going to be the result? And if so, did he use that to his advantage, or was this just happenstance? Because I honestly don't know. I don't know.
I mean, none of us
We
know,
never
but
will, because we can't see the freaking feeds. We
Yeah.
only have the edit. And I don't know.
I want to believe that Quinn just saw that as a potential game move for him because, you know, why would Angela pointing out a group of people that she's not aligned with not be anything but music to Quinn's ears, you know? Since he's playing this rat game, any information so far, it seems like Quinn really wants to give it out, including the fact that he has his own power. So I don't want to believe that he thought ahead, that far ahead, and really thought about the implications of him telling T-Core that Angela said that about their group. But
That's kind of the way that I took it. Like, I didn't think that there was anything nefarious or
Yeah.
intentional on his part.
but there's a but to this that I think is important.
What?
Is his DR during this all of it.
Yes. See, this is where Barrett. Same. Because I'm like, but why did you do but again, freaking hate CBS because we don't know what actually happened. And
Mhm.
I never trust DRs because of the way they manipulate the questions in there. And then, we saw last week everybody talking about why they were sending Matt home, which is not true. This is just how they ask questions and then they take what they want. So I'm like, but why did he say that in his DR?
Mhm.
I don't know.
But at the same
I
time,
don't know how I
was
feel.
scheming. I was fully scheming. I was being a nefarious guy.
Now it's taken a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Quinn, what did you do?
I did not do anything.
You told her something that didn't make sense.
Okay.
Well,
it was-
but what Angela said didn't make sense. So she is right. You did tell her something that didn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Also
Because-
true.
You know, when I told
He-
T-Core that information, my intention was for her to smooth things out so that we don't get into these public call-outs. But at the same time, I was scheming.
So
But
that reads about as much to me as Angela saying that she was only saying that because she wanted to work with T-Core and everybody. That means about the same to me as him saying, I wasn't planning on, like, the fact that they included him saying, I wasn't intending on anything nefarious happening makes me think that they told him to say that because of this, because they told Angela to say that she was going to work with them and not that she was going to go against them to try to smooth this all over. So I don't know. I still stand on, I don't know. Nick, sorry.
no, it's okay. I was gonna say. So remember, like in preseason, Quinn said that there was frogs and doves. Do you think he's actually playing like a frog and running away from shit instead of actually like?
He
Playing
made
like
that,
a rat?
He made that up. He just
He
made
totally
that up.
made that up.
That's not a real thing.
But I don't think
I
he's
like to
playing
think
like
it
a rat
is.
at all. I really don't think he's playing like a rat.
what do you think
because
he's
it's-
playing like?
Well, I feel like he's playing more like a snake, where he's
Oh, like Barrett then.
yes, like Barrett. He's lying. Like, to me, like a rat is more like someone that's gonna, like, I don't know, like throw you under the bus and be like, yeah, I did do that. A snake is someone who's gonna do sneaky stuff behind your back.
Mhm.
But he did.
That's what I'm saying. He's a snake.
But I think he does both. He's a rat snake. How about that?
Okay, maybe. I just
I
feel
mean-
like he's on this whole spiel of like him being a rat and this, that, whatever. And it's like, but you're not even like owning your crap. Are you really a rat? Or are you just like being sneaky?
But I think rats are sneaky.
Rats. He's a snat.
He's
someone
a
said.
snat. Yeah. Juan says he's a snat.
Yes.
That is
Now he's gonna
perfect.
cry in the corner. Don't call people names.
He is a troubling player, I will say. Quinn is he should be doing worse, if I'm being honest.
He
Like the
should
amount
be.
that he has
Messy.
ratted people out,
He's
the amount that he has
messy.
talked Like Angela full on, I don't have the clip of this, but they showed it in tonight's episode when Angela's just talking to Tucker in the backyard and being like, if I get voted out, just know that I got some information and I know stuff. I know things about people in this house. And then Quinn's over there playing pool like, what was that? What do you know? What do you know about my power that I don't have? And I really like that moment too. Angela is just always going to be gold in this house in the worst ways sometimes. But when she gives me stuff like that, where she's just full on insinuating that she's going to rat you out. She's going to rat the rat out, the snap.
And then
Sorry.
she did. And then he didn't even believe her.
Yeah.
Because this is his CIA training probably kicked in right there.
Yeah.
Because
he was dead set on
he's
Lisa.
like a human lie detector, this guy. He's like, yeah, I don't think so. We all know Lisa's got it. It's a double vote. It's a double vote. What even is that?
Yeah, and then him calling them power-ups, like, oh, she got the power-up. Like, what is this, Mario Party? Like,
well, this is a game that I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
used the term upgrade at one point this season already. So
He's just
upgrade
blending them
power
all
up,
together.
you know.
I think it's just funny though.
No, it is because he was so dead set on this. And yeah, when you like really go in on your abilities to read other people or to be able to tell lies or to be able to kind of see through all the BS that someone says while simultaneously being very incorrect. It's amazing. I love when that happens in Big Brother. I wish it would happen all the time. But Roxy, like you said, Tucker did eventually find out that Quinn has the power, which is something that we haven't yet to see. And maybe won't see for a while, depending on who wins HOH and if Quinn is even going to consider using that power. But yeah, we're still talking about Angela technically. I don't know how much to stray from this.
I guess.
I
Or to go
mean,
back-
yeah, we are. I do want to say, like, so in the whatever the confrontation with T-Core, I thought, well, first of all, I thought T-Core handled herself beautifully because she was like, no, I'm not doing it, because Angela wasn't even willing to listen. And so, sorry, my cat is all up in my business. Anyway, she left.
Just like T-Core did when Angela
That's
started
right.
crying.
She said, I'm not dealing with this. It's Minerva. She's the old cat. But anyway, I thought that T-Core handled herself beautifully because, I mean, honestly, she doesn't have to explain anything to her. Like, you know, like Angela is the one who dug this little hole that she's in. Like, she could have just been like, yeah, so. But she was nice about it. And then I thought she was super receptive when Angela came to talk to her after she'd like came back to her senses somewhat, any of the senses she has. And I just thought it really exemplified, like, T-Core I love her. Like, I love her so much. And she's just so nice. And I think that it is true to her. I mean, even though we didn't see any of that, we don't know. But I just like watching her in the game. She's so nice, and she's actually super smart and cunning. People are always like, she's not even playing the game. She needs to give us more. Like, she's not strategizing. And I'm like, I think she is. I think she sees a lot and is really observant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And she also fell tonight when they found out Tucker won the AI competition. I think. I was analyzing
So
this.
I was like trying to figure out what was going on there too.
There's a random moment where like everyone's celebrating with Tucker, and then they cut and like Quinn and Leah, I think, are like helping someone stand up. Roxy?
Sorry, Minerva is getting into the pie.
We can't have this happen.
It's not my pie, but someone's gonna be upset. But whatever, you just eat it, big girl.
Here's the part where after Tucker won, everyone's celebrating, and you see T-Core in like the first shot, I believe. Where is she? Where is T-Core? Oh, T-Core's right here. So she's closer to the back of the group. And then we cut back, and Quinn and Leah are helping someone up. And it's got to be T-Core. That's the only person it could have been, but we never actually see.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. Oh my gosh.
Because I was like,
Somebody
what
know
are
oh, yeah,
her
they doing?
definitely T-Core.
Yeah, it definitely was. Oh.
But how is my question now? How did this happen? I guess maybe she was jumping and then just slipped. I don't know. There's so much we need to see. Could analyze this for hours.
Roll back
In
the
a house
tapes,
full of cameras.
Garrett.
We
Roll back
couldn't
the
see
film.
1 second when she fell.
Yeah. They missed it perfectly. Even Quinn and Leah helping her up, they cut her out entirely.
Literally.
But yes, T-Core is an impressive player. I love the
I agree.
T-Core and Chemo duo. I do love Quinn as a third. I do think Quinn is a dangerous player, though, that is going to have his game blown up soon. As of right now, everyone seems to like him, but there's no way this can be sustainable for very long for him. I just don't see it.
Completely agree. I feel like it's gonna blow up. Like I said this, like I think preseason, but like when Ronnie from BB11, like his game like blew the hell up. That's how I feel like Quinn's game is gonna be. Especially with this power, like
it's how he uses that power. I think that's really going to determine it. And now that more and more people are knowing that he has the power, it's like, one, it's either going to be pointless to use, or two, it's just going to hurt his game. I would love for him to think that nobody besides like Angela knows about it. I don't think that's going to be the case because you already told Chemo as well. But I don't know though if he knows that other people besides Chemo and Angela actually know. He's got to know that since Angela was insinuating that maybe he had the power.
How was he not told T-Core because
he could have. He might have. I don't know.
Well, right? How would we know? Because all we know is what's going on in the fish community this season. But, but to my knowledge, I don't think he's told her. And if those are the people that he supposedly trusts the most, Chemo and T-Core, and you know Angela knows, and she's already told Tucker, who thought she was full of it. It's gonna get back to T-Core, and then how's she gonna take that if they're like if we're supposed to be close and you've told Chemo but you haven't told me? That would be a problem for me. Like, he's messy. He's a super messy player.
Yeah, when you talk to so many people, especially give some people information, like when they find out that he told Angela, of all people, that he had a secret power, they're going to be like, what do you value in this game? And if you're telling Angela that you have this
he's
powerful
going to be
thing.
like, okay, it was day 3 and she was normal then. This was before, no, she was normal. This is before she was sleep deprived, Matt. And that's when like she was HOH. So I mean that's what he's gonna have to say is like, look, I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's all he can really say. But I just don't know how many times Quinn can be directly involved in leading up to a like confrontation or fight before people are like, Quinn seems to be really involved in a lot of these things. Why is he? Why is he involved?
He's always standing in the wrong spot.
Well, the first one really wasn't on him, I guess, because it was just him and Joseph going to Angela and being like, we want to form an alliance with you. And then she thought that it was fake. She thought that it was fake. She was the HOH. But I am excited for the Quinn and Angela feud that is eventually going to happen. And if it involves Quinn using his power to try to go after Angela, I think that would be funny as well. I
hope she wins HOH and he uses it during her HOH.
That would also be great. And then Angela has a hologram of herself, as we've determined is definitely going to happen in Ainsley's spot. And Quinn's just going to be doing it all. The thing is, Angela's so unhinged and nobody trusts her that like any nomination she makes probably would be like, I mean, people could be like, maybe she would do that.
That would be
actually
so funny. Can you imagine if like Angela comes out with the key thing and she's like, I've nominated Chelsea?
She would lose her mind.
She will go around, like, grab everyone by their shoulders. She's like, you would never believe me. Never. Just
Patrick, I would
hug
never
me,
nominate
hug me.
you.
He'd be like,
I love you, Cedric, who would definitely get nominated if Quinn got to use his power. It's Quinn and Cedric are not. I mean, Cedric loves Quinn. Well, Cedric loves everybody because he's an actual like good social player. But Quinn does not vibe with Cedric. So I could totally see Cedric being thrown up on the block of an Angela HOH where Quinn is deep faking
Well,
as Angela.
the reason Quinn doesn't like Cedric though is because he's like, Cedric knows nothing about this game and he's in the best position in the entire house, which is true. He's a quick learner though. Like he's learning, he's watching and observing. Like now, for instance, now he did not clap this week's veto ceremony. He learned that last week. So
He's evolving. We love to see it.
yeah, he's learning.
No, I love Cedric. I'm excited to see where he goes in this game, and I think it's really funny that Quinn. I think Quinn's the people that he dislikes all revolve around jealousy right now. Whether it be Cedric and his social capabilities, where Quinn doesn't really have that with people because he keeps ratting them out, and then with Cam, it's just all involved with like how much Cam can flirt with Leah, where Leah kind of shut down Quinn this week. And that was a great clip that I wish I could unsee, but I cannot, unfortunately, and will do not want to go back to find it. But there's these things that Quinn is tying into his enemies, and it's probably not going to take him very far if he keeps going down that road. But it's going to lead to some entertaining moments. I don't think Quinn is a player that would go down quietly in any sense. Unlike
No.
Kenny, who is begging people to vote him out of the house. I know.
Yet winning a veto still, which makes me
I-
but
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to go home. This proves the point that I made last week. He only wanted to go home because he didn't think that he could win, and he thought that it would be noble for him to just lay down and die and just let Pretty Boy stay because he didn't think he could win against him. Like it's like if he doesn't, he wants to take his ball and go home, is what it is. It's like, if I can't win, I'm not playing. And then he said it just like that too, like
That's how he
how all
talks,
police
yeah.
officers talk, just like that, like a toddler. But then all of a sudden he magically wins veto this week, and now it's like he's the king of the world.
Yeah.
And,
Also, I will say, Kenny demolished that veto competition in the same way that Tucker demolished that
Yeah.
AI competition tonight.
well,
But
Tucker likes puzzles, so
yes,
and
he
biscuits.
does. Yeah, I was questioning before, and I was like, does
How
Tucker
we
even
not
like
talk about
puzzles? I don't really know. And then he told
Yeah,
me.
I wish I knew. I wish that I knew if Tucker liked puzzles. I wondered it. Been thinking about it all week, and now we know.
Before we begin, house guests, I would like you to each tell me the level of fun that you find puzzles before we begin. Lisa,
Yeah.
you are first.
I like to think there's like a scale, and you have to like fill in the little bubble, like on a scale of 1 to 5, how much do you like puzzles? Like, with 5 being the most and 1 being the least. Got a couple of 4s in there, and Tucker's like filling in extra circles on the end. He's like, I like them 10, Julie. I love puzzles.
You're so weird. Okay. Kenny, I've seen people theorize that Kenny is using this weird, using this thing of I want to go home, put me on the
Like
block as
Will?
like a real strategy, which is just not true. I'm sorry
Oh,
to break
come
it to you.
on.
This man
Please.
said in a DR that he wanted to go home, which is
Yeah.
which is telling me that anything else that he
Exactly.
claims about the game, mix it in with the other, which Big Brother made a mistake by putting that in a DR, because now everything that he says about Sweet Kenny K is here to stay means absolutely nothing to me. I know he wants to go home. The fact that he won that veto, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't think maybe he thought he could still go home if he won the veto. Maybe he just really wanted to win that just to be like, I did it. And then, but oh, I have to take myself off. I don't have a choice. Oh man, that's kind of unfortunate.
Well,
Maybe that was what was going through. He did read the rule book for a while this week.
yeah, it's like, well, I made a mistake. Gotta get home. Gotta get home to my baby, my
He
pineapple
also
baby.
yelled at the have-nots. He yelled at the
did.
have-nots
What?
last night because they were being too loud. He went in there at
Trying
it
to
was like
sleep.
10 p.m. or something like that. Like, ridiculous.
Lights out, fellas, ladies, whatever, whoever. I don't know. That's what he said.
He also loves Cedric now. Like he moved on from Matt, who he thought was like his son, to now Cedric,
Well-
who he thinks is like his son.
Well, I mean, night one, I mean, he did tell Cedric that you look like, or you remind me of my son, or something
Yeah.
like that.
And then Cedric was like, "You remind me of a police officer."
Yeah. I mean, true. I just, yes, Kenny wants them to get off his lawn. That's true.
Yeah. Kenny is I'm counting down the days before. I know there was a whole like Kenny self-evict party for today. People hoping that he would just somehow self-evict and they could cancel an eviction and we get Lisa and Angela still in the house. But yeah, unfortunately we
Ew.
lose Angela and we had an even bigger loss, which was the addition of Kenny in this house. So we will live with
Well,
that for a while.
And if people are like thinking that Kenny's playing like a Dr. Will type of manipulation of I want to go home, but he doesn't really. First of all, get bent. No, he's not. But you're right, Barrett. Wow, he wouldn't say it in the DR if that were his game, because Will would say it like he would tell people like, I hate you, vote me out. But then he would go in the diary room and talk about it. Like
Yeah.
these people are stupid. Like it's a completely different thing. Like he is not doing that. He literally wants to go home because he doesn't think that he can be like it somehow like hurts his manhood to like he's not like masculine if he can't win. And so he just would rather not play. Like
Yeah.
what
he
a
doesn't-
baby.
Yeah, it's too much for him to embarrass himself by losing. But if he says, I'd rather lose right now, then that means, or if he masks it with, I'm doing it to protect this person, which last week it was Matt.
Yeah.
It's,
How
yeah.
chivalrous.
yeah, it's
And
like, wow.
yet he's like afraid of like being seen as less masculine, and yet he's winning in a game where he's wearing a beanie hat with a whirly bird on the top of it. Like, make it make sense. This is
Yeah.
so silly.
You're so right though about it being more about I would say hurting his manhood, because I think generically you could probably say that about a Boston cop going on Big Brother, but he did actually have that moment last week where which kind of led up to the Angela feud in the kitchen. In his DR he was like, Matt's got me emotional. I hate to say it, but I guess I am feeling emotions, or like he said something along those lines, which definitely adds to that. So that is kind of his thought process with all of this, is like, I just don't want to get embarrassed more than anything.
Hold on.
He said, I'm pretty sure he said something about him like not wanting to disappoint his wife too, or something.
Yeah, his wife, all of his wife's friends that got him on the show or something.
Right.
You're right. But yeah, I guess we don't need to
Yeah.
talk too much about Kenny. I might just go to the wheel again. Are you good with the wheel, Nick?
Yeah.
I know we're almost an hour and a half in. We hit the big points, so now
We
it's gonna
did.
be-
I know. It's okay. I don't know what else is on the wheel because all I saw was Angela last time. So
We didn't talk about the theme song, the new theme song, and like look.
oh my god, that's
And we also
right.
didn't talk about Joseph standing in the hallway after his vote last week, which
You're
really both of
right.
those things just kind of made me upset that I forgot. But here we go. Next topic will be Leah's love triangle. Okay, this should be a good
Okay.
one.
Okay.
So
Oh,
those who
Leah's love triangle.
your favorite. So Leah, if y'all don't know, has been in a sort of, I guess it is a triangle in a way, but like none of like Tucker's not aware that he is involved in this. Quinn is very much aware that he's involved with this, would probably be thrilled to know that he is involved. And then Cam, who is also thrown into this love triangle, or I guess square at this point. But Leah, who is she even the most into? I don't know. I see Leah flirting with Cam a lot. There was that whole moment, maybe I can go find it, where her and Cam are kind of just flirting back and forth in the backyard. Cam's about to go up the stairs, and then everyone in the house pretty much goes up against the kitchen window and just watches them. And it was a really great moment. And then we had, like I already mentioned, the moment where Leah and Quinn are talking all night, and Leah basically says to Quinn, I do think we should just, talk game. in more or less words than that. And Quinn's like, yeah, we definitely should. Totally. And so that kind of put it into all of that somewhat, I would say. And then we have Leah, who for some reason is all of a sudden way into Tucker, who could not want anything less to do with Leah. So that's really Leah's situation. She has Cam, who is flirting back with her, Quinn, who she doesn't want to flirt with, but is flirting with her, and then Tucker, who doesn't care about her, but she has said out loud, like, I have a crush on Tucker, which is, I don't know what to make of any of this.
I mean, I would also have a crush on Tucker.
Well, yeah, the world does. But she thinks that Tucker has likes her back, and she's just like she's telling Chelsea, she's like, I just don't know what to do. Just having to choose between these two guys that like me. Like, what are you even talking about right now? I mean, she's cute. I love her, but she actually is not living up to what I thought she was going to be in the house, and that's disappointing. But I still like her, like, on a personal level. She needs to step up this game. Like, she's not playing a game at all. She's so busy trying to figure out who she loves. She needs a little flower and pick those petals off. He loves me. He loves me not. Like, and Tucker knows that it likes him, which is funny to me. Because, and she thinks that it's Rabina's fault somehow. Like, oh, you're one of those kind of girls? What?
Isn't Tucker kind of like into Rabina too?
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Like,
I think so.
It reads like to me too. So maybe she's just a little jealous.
Could be.
I mean, yeah. I think I don't know. She'll be like, I don't know. I'm getting kind of weird vibes from Cam now. Yeah, because Cedric told him to stop doing that. Hey, you're in this alliance, so you need to she's cool or whatever, but no, dial it back. And Cam's like, okay.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Not even a whole day. And then he was back in there flirting again. But she was like, I don't know why, but Cam just all of a sudden I felt a change in vibes. He felt like he's being weird to me, and I'm like,
he's playing a game. Probably he's playing a game. You all are. You're all playing a game. But yeah,
I do think Tucker does like Ravina. I really do.
Yeah, I can.
He did say though that Tikor was who he thought was the most beautiful, but she had a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do agree. I think we may have been a little bit too high on Leah, which is kind of disappointing because we really did put a lot of defensive maneuvers around her interview where she acted like she didn't know the game very well, but her sister was like, she's actually watched a lot of seasons. She's just downplaying it. And then she came in with some good, she has great energy. I think if she would just be more attuned to the game, I think she could be a really fun player to watch, but she's on the wrong side of the vote. And, we're here last week saying, Leah can easily bounce back from this. She just had an unfortunate first week. She can regroup. She can find the people that she needs to, and she can get actually into a solid group where she can be on the right side of the vote, which she was this week. Kudos to her, but Mackenzie also was. And Leah just seemed the more likely out of, Leah and Mackenzie to fall into another group because she is so social and everyone seemed to be okay with her. But now it's is she going to find the right people, or is she just playing this love game right,
Right.
Well,
now.
she
I don't.
has invented these non-existent love triangles because you have the triangle of Rabina, Tucker, Leah, non-existent. It's one-sided. She has one little angle. The other two angles, there is nothing acute about it. I made a geometry joke. I mean,
Really good.
it's like she's making these scenarios up in her head. Is she
Scenarios.
Angela's daughter? Like,
Perhaps.
Oh my god. That would be a
Twist.
A
twist.
twist.
no, she's not. For anybody listening, I don't really think that. It's sarcasm, but I don't get it. I don't get it. She's so worried about boys.
This is us in real time watching Leah's game this season. Watching her develop.
Project
I love
DNA.
it.
I can't get over this. Yeah, Project DNA is in full work, and then Tucker also has a twin, so I can't wait for that
Yes.
reveal. Still, it's gonna be fun. I forgot that I had commented on that picture on his Instagram because I got 3 likes on my comment this week, and I was like, oh no.
One of them was from his twin.
Yeah, one of them is from his twin.
Wait, what? I missed that. I was looking in the chat. What did you say?
My twin comment on that Tucker's Instagram photo that we did a couple weeks ago.
The
I got,
accidental.
yeah, I accidentally did that. I accidentally typed out twin in all caps with 5 question marks and then hit send.
And it
And
sends.
accidentally hit send and then accidentally hearted it. You know.
Yeah. Well, I got like 3 more hearts this week, and after I had forgotten that I had commented that in the first place. So now I feel like it just needs to stay, and forever and ever. And maybe one day Tucker will like it as well when he's out of the house, and his twin. So, yeah. Anything? What else do we want to talk about Leo wise?
I mean, there's not anything other than she did not fall back into the fold with any alliance at all.
Mm-hmm.
And all she did this week was disappoint me further by playing, not Big Brother. Like, she's like wondering who's gonna take her to the camp dance at the end of the week. Like, I don't know what she's even doing. And that's literally all she did. I mean, she could have done a lot more. Who knows? We didn't have the feeds. CBS.
She could have had the most brilliant week of all time, and we just didn't know it because they strategically edited around
That's right.
it.
Anytime she was going to mention strategy, they're like, hit the button. Yeah. We kept wondering, why are they turning off the cameras when nobody's even talking about Angela? But now we know it's because Leah was strategizing. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. They didn't want us.
They don't want us to know. Mm-hmm.
I will say it did feel like a slap in the face. Just going back to the feeds, whenever they would come back and Angela would just be, every time they showed Angela, she would just be like sitting down in a room
with
by
her
herself.
avocado.
Yeah,
She's like.
She actually had just got done giving a monologue to the avocado before they cut to her in there.
I
set
watched
the
that
avocado
on the
down.
feeds. Like, I got to see that on one of the times that the feeds was on. I actually saw that.
It's not funny. It's not.
And I was
It's
like-
reminding her of her middle school days. Roxy, you think that's funny?
Her middle school days when she sat around eating avocados and.
Bullying girls named Lisa.
No, I mean, that is sad. I do feel bad for anybody, anybody that, and I think we all have, at some point in our lives been made to feel like excluded in some way. And that is sad. I've not ever cried in my avocado about it, but I get it. I mean,
Okay, Zach, I
it is
didn't even know you
sad.
were
It
back.
is sad. It is sad, but also this is just, you can dish it but can't take it moment,
Speaking
Zach?
of Leah,
Oh,
I think that she had a decent week.
We're not even talking about Leah anymore.
But I'd
Yeah,
love
you
to hear
were.
your thoughts.
we were,
Well, we were, but
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
welcome
No,
back, Zach.
Spirit, let me
Hi.
in.
Yeah. I literally had to restart my computer and it was downloading a new software thing. And
Did you? He was at the movies.
yeah, I had to go. I had
Weird
go-
that you were gone for a feature length amount of time.
an hour
Short movie. Yeah.
short,
Mhm.
a short film.
Yeah, it was a Black Mirror episode, probably. Something
Yeah.
like that. Well,
Uh,
welcome back nonetheless. You've missed a lot
yes.
of conversation. So
Well, Leah had her most amazing conversation ever with Quinn.
yes, a clip that I specifically said I didn't want to show, but if you want to reenact it, that would be even better, I think.
Please
Uh,
do. Please do.
Let me think. Let me see.
You're looking for props?
We don't have time for thoughts.
Yes,
Just
I do.
it.
We have a whole wheel to get through. Okay. Where are you going with this?
What is he doing?
Well, who's who?
Oh, I'm Leo holding two random objects and
Oh, that is what you were talking about.
Oh.
Not
Yeah.
specifically what they were talking about. Yes, Zach has been sending a still image of that same conversation between Leah and Quinn, where they're each holding ends of the what is it exactly?
Utensils. There's like a
It's
spoon.
my- if you want to go to X, it's my header.
Okay. I will go to X.
You sound so enthused.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
this.
Okay.
He's talking about this.
I got you.
I may
Zach
just leave
sends
this
it
up for the
every
rest of the
day.
show.
Every day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not lying when I said every day. He has actually sent this every single day in our group chat that we have.
Yes,
I
because he's trying to annoy me because I sarcastically said, well, first I was like, Zach, why did you send a picture that's the exact same picture you sent yesterday? And then I said, you know what? I just send that picture every day. And he has. and I appreciate it so
Yeah.
very much.
Perfect for any scenario.
Scenarios, Jose, shout out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can I go back to the wheel?
perfect. Yeah,
Sure.
I'd love to.
And we're going to talk about the AI Arena. This is what I added, other than Roxy's additions and Nick's amazing one addition that he had. I wanted to talk about the strategy behind the AI Arena now, because I do think there are a lot of benefits to it now that we've had 2 weeks. I
Mhm.
also think there is some concern with it after how it was used this week.
I agree.
So
You know why? Because it's giving Battle of the Block.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like Tucker volunteering to go on the block this week was my first taste of I don't like where this is going, because now, because that is what Battle of the Block was. It was 2 people that you wanted to target. It was 2 people that were volunteering, and that's how it worked. And now we're gonna have 2 people that you may want to target, or maybe you just have and then 1 person that's gonna volunteer to go up there because they said it. I just don't want this to be a system that we create of 1 person's always gonna have to volunteer to go on the block, because I just can't choose 3 people. That would be terrible for my game, and I'm worried about it slightly, not completely. There are still people that I think would win HOH and outrightly nominate 3 people and not feel bad about it. But it does worry me a little bit that we did have a week where we have someone volunteering specifically to help get someone else out. It just felt very, very BB16 to me in that way of thinking.
Uh-huh.
We just need a social media influencer or whatever it's called, and a cowboy that's really muscular going against a guy with a beard.
Yeah.
And
every week was against the guy with the beard, I will say. Donnie
Yeah.
was in that competition every week, it felt like.
And we need the social media influencer to win it by itself, and then the AI Arena is amazing.
He's
and
a
it's going to be a
mogul, actually.
it's going to be a fan
Yes.
favorite once that happens.
He's
Mhm.
not an influencer. He's a social media mogul.
Get it
My
right.
sister's Ariana Grande.
Yeah, and he's offended right now.
I saw Frankie
Oh,
was on a
no.
radio show, and Brittany Haynes called into the radio show while he was on it.
Really?
Did
Yeah.
she say,
That's kind of
"Oh my gosh, what is happening"?
No, that's not her. She doesn't say that.
You're a Homo sapien, Brendan. That's one of my
You're not a
favorite DRs. You're not a wizard.
Okay. So wait, what did we land on again?
We were talking about the AI arena.
The AI,
Oh,
the
yeah.
AI arena, and that you didn't want it to turn into a thing.
I
Yeah.
feel like they broke the twist this week. And it's a shame because I feel like last week it was like cute and fun and like Chemo won and it was like, ooh, like this is cute. Like we have Matt and Kenny left on the block. Whereas this week it was kind of like the opposite where it was like, yeah, like let's throw up this like big comp guy against Lisa and Angela. And it's
But
like
I
it just
don't-
like
but-
broke it.
I don't think so though, because they only had one AI competition to base it on, and it was literally and anybody could win that competition. Chemo won against two manly men,
The twits.
and so that's their only example of what AI is like. And I don't know why Tucker volunteered to stupidity. I'm not sure. I mean, I love the guy, but
He wanted to be chivalrous. Okay.
I mean, that was dumb. I mean, I partly think that he just wanted to sit on the block next to Lisa and have her be sent home because he has some
Yes.
kind of weird one-sided, rivalry with her. But feud.
I mean, what better way to take out your rival than take away the only chance that they have to be safe?
He's not
but they not
guaranteed to
know
win it. He's not
I'm
guaranteed
just-
to
I'm-
win that though,
It doesn't matter. He won.
because he likes
Is it-
puzzles. What if he hated puzzles and hated biscuits? Where would we be then?
Well,
In
we'd be in a
cold, dark world is where.
We'd be on BB22 with only strength comps that only suit one individual,
Look,
but
I
still with
don't want to
biscuits.
believe that it's broken yet. If they do it again this week, I'm going to be upset.
Well, I just
I-
didn't understand why they struggled. I guess being live and everything, but the puzzle seemed easy. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Do you love puzzles?
I will say I did get all the questions right in the HOH comp.
We're so proud of you. We're
Wow.
so happy.
Okay, so Zach was the new HOH, actually. It wasn't Chelsea.
Oh my
Yeah.
That was a
God.
deep fake.
I guess somebody tell them. Oh, deep fake twist.
Yeah.
I just don't want this to turn into a weekly thing where you have
Me
one,
neither.
maybe even two people being like, we're gonna both go on the block to beat this
Dude,
person
if
in a
it's
competition.
two people, then God, I hope they don't think of that. But so far, nobody's
They might.
really like proven to be some sort of master strategist in this game.
No.
Nobody.
I do.
So
yeah.
will they think of this? I think if
I-
anybody follows suit with the volunteering, I don't think it'll be due to strategy. I think it'll just be like, well, he did it last week, so I guess I got to do it this week. Like maybe that's what they're gonna do, which I still don't like, but I would like that better than an outright strategy. And I really hate that you just said two people in there volunteering. Ugh,
Yeah,
no.
well, all it takes is like them doing the two. Like if theoretically, if two people did it, I think that would be dumb for those two people, obviously. But like, all it takes is one time where that happens, and then the one person that they don't want to win actually wins, and then you're stuck with two people who volunteered to go on the block that are now about to be potentially voted out. Then that would
So,
make it interesting again
that would
to
be
me.
TV.
So that's why I don't think there will be two actually. But
So wait, what y'all are saying is we need someone who doesn't understand the game and think that volunteering is noble. Okay, someone that's noble, someone that's going to swing into that position, someone that swings. Oh my gosh, Kenny's the perfect guy.
I didn't know we were going there, but I like
I
where
knew
you ended up.
exactly where he was going the second he
I
started.
could see on Nick's face that Nick knew exactly where he was going, and he was like, "No, Zach, no."
I mean, he already wants to quit, so
Yeah. Kenny,
I was
mean-
gonna say I can see Kenny going up there, being like, "Oh, I'll go up next to Angela." Like if Angela's the target this week or whatever the case is. Like,
yeah,
And
Kenny
then
is
if
one
he
of the noms this week.
accidentally goes home,
So is
then
Angela.
he'll, yeah. If for some reason things went awry and Kenny got sent home, then he would just be like, "Well, Julie, I actually just wanted to go home anyway. Like, give me a break."
Yeah,
my
that's-
daughter's birthday that was 3 weeks ago. I'm sad that I missed it.
Okay.
Look what
too
you
real.
started in chat now. Jen,
Yeah.
there has been some
You didn't even have to acknowledge it.
alleged.
I didn't
Um,
say I didn't put the
I don't
ER.
know. It cannot be
I just-
confirmed, but I have seen alleged pictures from his
Oh,
TikTok account that insinuates. I mean, they got upside down pineapples and it says "swinger talk" on it. That's the hashtag. So, I mean, I don't know if it's accurate or not because his TikTok is privatized. So who knows?
What if he just really likes pineapples and he was just using like
And he just thought,
hash-
"Hey, this looks quirky. Let me turn it upside down on 2 different ones." But I don't know if it's real. So stop saying it. Look what you
I
started
just
in the
said-
chat.
I just said swing. I didn't add the ER. I just said swing. I could just
Shut
say he
up.
likes
And yet somehow the people in chat figured it out, which was your intention. We don't. Disclaimer.
Anyways.
I don't know.
Oh my
if you're
gosh.
true.
back
It's like
to the
people
AI
are back.
I'm
arena.
gonna make a separate stream for the bottom half of the screen. I think I don't know
The
how
sex
to do
people
it,
are
but I
back.
need to.
Barrett, that's rude, and I'm going to cry.
Don't
it
say
back.
that,
Take it back,
Roxy. I would never, ever do anything like that to you.
Right now. I need a hug.
You know what?
Hug me.
Actually, Barrett and Roxy are giving Quinn and Angela.
Who's who?
You know.
I think we
That's
know.
funny.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we're still talking about the AI arena. Any more thoughts on the AI arena? I just wanted to say I was worried about it after this week. I still think it could be a cool twist. I think it's lame to think that there will be any scrambling because of it, though. Like going back to Joker Julie coming out tonight and telling them to, if they're not going to campaign, then you might as well just sit down. And her doing that tonight, and like, I also don't think that in any way we're ever going to get to a night of voting where someone winning the AI comp is going to do anything other than just move them to their secondary target, which they all collectively have going into these
Yeah.
first 2 weeks.
I
And they're
feel
going to
like-
continue to have. So it's like, what
Yeah.
do you expect to happen? They're not going to scramble. They're just going
Right.
to vote out the other person. It's so stupid.
That just makes them
completely
more
agree.
sus if they scramble.
Yeah, me and my friend were watching together before this, and this was the same exact conclusion that we both were like, they know what's going to happen no matter who. Like, okay, if this one wins, we're voting this one out. If this one wins, they're voting this one out. And it's
Mhm.
funny because I feel like producers sat there and thought of this, and they were like, this is going to be great. There's going to be people pulling each other into rooms, being like, you got to keep me, this, that, whatever. And it's like, girl, they had the whole week to talk about this already.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. Like,
They've had 4 days since the veto ceremony.
Yeah.
Like,
they know what's up. Like,
yeah, I don't get it either. But
I do think that this would have worked more last season though, because at a pre-jury at least, because they were switching the vote left and right every other hour leading up to the eviction. So I don't know, maybe it would have worked last season, but this season and any other season in general, I think it's sticking.
yeah.
Well, maybe when we get down to like where there's not really like a house consensus or like a collective like few targets, like maybe once we get down to like the people where everybody actually likes them, maybe we might see a little more, I don't know, like strategy involved. I don't know. Because like right now, everybody's like, I don't care. Get rid of Angela, get rid of Kenny, get rid of Lisa. Like we can't stand, Kenny less, they're just like, he doesn't want to be here, or Mackenzie or Leah. Like I think once they get rid of some of those people, then it's going to be like, okay, wait, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Like
You're so right though. You do need to get rid of Kenny, first and foremost, which I hate, like being like, oh, we're gonna waste a week on Kenny of all people, but you do need him out of the house because he is always going to be someone that fills one of those slots, and that makes it less exciting. Giving any HOH an out for this twist is such, you're not doing your own, especially if you're not aligned with the HOH, is doing yourself a disservice because you're preventing them from actually having to show their cards, which is what the disadvantage of being HOH is, and you're taking that away from them, which is kind of what leads to boring seasons, I think, more often than not. Anyways, week after week, you're just like, okay, we've got this target, and I'll also go up on the block, I guess, and it's fine. And we just don't need that to be this season. The season has started off strong. I don't want it to turn into that. And maybe all it takes is one pooch situation where you have someone that says, I'll go up, or you have like Tucker. I don't want Tucker to be the victim of this, but if you have someone doing what Tucker did this week and being like, I'll go up as the third nominee, and then everyone's kind of like, should we just vote them out?
I mean, I am kind of surprised that, and there may have been talk about it. How would we know? No feeds. But there may have been, like, I'm surprised that there wasn't more talk about that. I mean, the guy's CIA trained, right? Movement.
Yeah.
Language. Whatever.
I just think it's just because most people, I think that Tucker has, from the first week, from him saying,
sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to have
you're good.
On
that from him saying like, I don't want to have any alliances this week. I just want to play this week out and whatever. And it's like, I think that he was able to diminish any, like, I think a lot of people are thinking that he's still playing catch up to everyone else that really have alliances and stuff. He did like have like one or two or something, but I think because he didn't really do much the first week as far as like starting alliances and only building relationships, that was what helped keep the target off of him this week. Because it's like, we think that he doesn't have any foundation or anything because he really didn't do anything the first week. So let's just put him up and just keep him here, even if he stays. At least that's my thought process.
I guess so. I mean, this week may have been more of a case of there's everyone being the polar opposite and just being like, we hate these two people so much, like so incredibly much, that literally Satan himself could go up on the block for the end of the week and only Julie would vote him out. Like that would be the case. And so like that seemed to be like why Tucker was so comfortable.
Well, I don't think Julie would vote him out if he scrambled.
If he campaigned for himself in the other room during the allotted time, then Julie would be like, okay, I'm coming around.
Then she'd make a shirt that said
next week. Like,
then
what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say she'll make a shirt that says Satan is my head of household.
Okay. So I'm glad I waited for that. So what do you think they're gonna do next week? Like, what's Julie gonna say next week? Because she was pretty angry this week. So when they give the allotted time to campaign amongst themselves, is she gonna just like? Is there gonna be like a? My apologies. I don't know if you can hear them. You can.
We can.
I don't know if there's like going to be like a direct like order. You have to do it. Like, draw straws, and these people have to go in this room with this person. Like, what? Julie's like, this is not working.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like producers had this whole like vision in their head where they're gonna be grabbing people trying to run in rooms and like no, like it's like a double, and it's like no, like this. They knew also, what the noms were gonna be like.
It's also like those two people that are left on the block also have been campaigning all week. Like, why do you think they're gonna do anything differently than what
Right.
they
It's
just
not like
did.
one of them
It's so
just went
dumb.
up. Like they've been on the block the whole time.
They think it's going to be like I think their thought process was, okay, double evictions are our most
Yes.
watched live show every single week. What if every single week, though, for a regular eviction, we also had that moment where they break off into other rooms and they're like scheming and campaigning? But what makes it interesting in a double eviction is because nobody has any clue what to do because you just threw the scenario at
Exactly.
them. They've been living with this scenario for 7 days at this point, knowing who they want gone and who they're going to
Yes.
vote out and who their second choice for who they're voting out is going to be, especially in the case of the first 2 weeks where the one person that they weren't even going to vote out in general wins the BBAI comp. It makes it
Right.
even less useful because they really don't need to hear anything at that point. And it's
I think
exactly
it's
the
a time
situation that they
waster.
wanted. It is.
Like-
It is.
Wait, guys.
What?
Look, it says triple eviction.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say it. Don't look.
I didn't say that.
Zach, I could have sworn you said that. What'd you say?
Huh?
Wipe that smirk off your face, Lisa.
Oh my gosh.
No, you cheer anytime comes out of the house. Don't you boo.
You know what? That is something else about the competition tonight is how many people were like just cheering so loudly. This is the second week and the second like AI comp of people just cheering for the winner. Like, and the two people left on the block are like, okay.
Literally,
Yeah.
like they erupted. It was both times. It was like insane. And it's like, imagine like being one of the noms and it's like, damn, like you really didn't want me to be like, okay. Like
Leah
Yeah,
literally
like,
fell.
it's-
Leah fell down.
it was T-Core. You would have known
T-Core.
that if we
It was a
knew it.
T-core.
Leah did
would've
fall
known
down
that.
yesterday, apparently, and hurt her chin. So I heard.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well,
Her chin. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Leah's chin.
stop.
Stop.
Bye.
I didn't know where you were going with that. So
Where
do you
else
think
would
that's
I
like
go?
do you think that's a directive? Like, hey, whenever that we
Yes.
announce the AI winner, because if so, they can really take direction, can't they? They're like, hey
Yeah.
guys, when we announce it, I'm gonna need everybody to cheer. It's like they have gotten together and worked up entire routines. They're like over there doing full on motions. Like, they are
How-
excited.
How long has it been since we heard boos from the crowd?
Christine.
Was that the last person? No one in 19 got booed?
Nope.
They
Nobody in
didn't.
20
They did
well, didn't.
pre-taping. They pre-taped stuff. Anytime that there was an inkling that there may be booze, they did pre-taping and put CBS employees and family members in the audience.
Mm.
So they pre-taped the entire jury.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They
What are
pre-taped
you
the
talking
entire,
about?
all of the any person that got eliminated in jury. They pre-taped all of them.
For what season?
What are you talking about?
We were just talking about 19.
If people were all over the internet being like they're going to get booed or whatever, if they had any inkling that that was going to happen, then they did that. That's a fact. Look it up.
Yeah, they put
Roll the tape.
Roll the
CBS
film
employees
back. Okay.
as audience members.
Somebody said Kyle. No, they taped his, right?
I don't think Kyle. I feel like
I don't remember
no
Kyle
one.
getting booed, but
But American.
No, and I remember people being pissed that Kyle didn't get booed.
A lot of people liked him though because of his edit. It was only,
he snuck into
the-
America's favorite, or the conversation at least.
I mean, like it was
But the queen
With
snatched that
Christine-
up real quick.
like with Christine or even like the season 15 people. Christine had an edit that made her not look good.
Yeah.
And then
I
and
mean,
I didn't say it was inaccurate. I said her edit did not make her look good.
Roxy, she's a nudist. Okay.
I liked
you
her
wouldn't,
though.
You wouldn't get it.
I can't.
Guess you didn't also understand Joey Van Pelt and her recycling, did you? Didn't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna power through this.
Speaking of Joey,
Oh, CBS has got to call Roxy.
Yes. My God.
Roxy,
I was-
why does CBS need to call you?
I was joking when I told you to put that on the wheel and did not know that you actually put it on there.
I take it
But-
seriously.
You should never take anything I say seriously. That's your first mistake. But I will tell you exactly why they need to call me, because they got a lot of damn problems and I can fix them. Okay. First of all, quit cutting the feeds off. And they're like, we're gonna cut these feeds off so we can save it all for the show so everyone can be surprised. Newsflash, we don't want to be surprised, CBS. Quit doing that shit. Call me and I will let you know all of the things that you are screwing up. Stop it. Stop it. Just don't. They can call me and I will let them know. This whole business of campaigning last minute, cut that out. Add something in. I don't know, something with zany noises like you like to do. Anything.
You're just gonna replace it with like a different thing for a minute.
Yes. Yes. It's just gonna be like extra DRs where they give them like hand fed lines and they just add in like zoinks in the background. Do that instead. Anything.
It's live. What are you expecting them to do?
Barrett, I don't know, but I'm just telling you that doesn't work. CBS has got to like involve me in some sort of production because y'all are really.
Julie should just ask him questions.
Yeah, let's
know.
go back to that.
I don't see
With
Rubina
with
at all
sound effects.
ever.
Never. Cam,
Questions with sound effects, please.
he's in the house. Like
Rubina and Cam are house guests that are in the house still, if any of you don't know, because they don't
They
ever
are?
show them.
I honestly forgot about Cam.
Beard
yeah,
Creek says
exactly.
bring back alcohol and nudity. There's something we could do. I will let CBS know when.
For
and
the
if they
minute
call
leading
me.
up to the eviction, this is what
No,
everybody drink.
No,
Everybody
No,
drink
but
and
I
take off your
everybody-
clothes.
Get your clothes off.
funny to think about. That
It's
is
Love
not a
Island
Beard Creek
time.
thing. No, just in general.
I need everybody to go to the other room and drink right now. Everyone get out of here. Everyone leave.
Yes, and backyard chain smoking. That one too. Please.
Yeah,
House guests.
that was a must.
I have a
Everyone-
bottle of Jaeger and 1 pack of Marlboro Gold. Whoever can smoke the pack of Marlboro Gold wins an upgrade. And Lisa, wipe that smirk off your face.
Did you just call me a twit? Did y'all
Okay.
talk about the
Mm-mm.
the repeat of what happened with Lucius on BB23?
Oh, no, which part? The coming down the stairs part?
Yeah, the people, and he's like, and Julie's like, and come on down.
Yeah, they did have really awkward timing for that. She told them
They
to start
did.
walking down the stairs. Like, I guess they felt like it took chemo too long to get down the stairs last week, and so they're like, we'll just tell them to start walking before we announce who's the winner, and then that way they'll get down there in time.
And then
But
they
yeah,
get
I
like
fig-
to the base of the stairs, and they're like, and the winner is Tucker.
And then cut to fish. Yeah.
AI Arena is Tucker.
Where's Lisa?
He's up on the top of the landing crying. What do you mean?
Lisa does not show up in any of this. Like,
She just jumped down from the
She
balcony.
was taking her time.
I'm gonna take my
Taking
time
my
on
time
this
on
one.
this one.
I saw that.
What-
I saw that GIF for Angela tonight in the puzzle comp. I thought that was nice. I always love a good Kathy shout out. Kathy might
So
low-key
good.
be my favorite player of all time. Just
Kathy and
with
the
how much I
Caramel is
bring
my
her up.
favorite. Kathy and the Caramel is
Yeah.
the best competition I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life. And does CBS ever repeat it? No. Call me, please.
It's because she almost
Yeah.
died, probably. Like she
I mean-
almost drowned in the caramel.
I thought we were gonna
Okay.
get that in the B competition because some
It's
of
like
those
the
players
San
look like
Andreas,
they're
like
gonna suck.
Yeah.
the tar pits. That's what that's. And one day she'll be a dinosaur. It's fine.
Also
Okay.
fuels.
Okay. Well, I guess our last point was CBS Call Roxy. So we'll go to the next point now that
I
we
really
can
did
see
not
this.
think you were putting that on there. That's funny though.
Of course I would. Why Quinn? I think we more so covered this, so we probably don't even need to go over this anymore. We talked a lot about Quinn and his many connections that he has, but also messiness, rattiness, snattiness, as we now have him termed. That
Well-
going forward.
Are all of you thinking that it was like bad week for him overall?
Bad
I would
game
say
for him
it was
overall.
not great, but I also think he's still in a good spot, miraculously, by his own.
Somehow, yes.
yeah.
Not long term though.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I was thinking in any other season, this would be bad. But in this season, I don't think that it matters. Like right now, I think
There's
that
no real strategy.
well, yeah, because no one's really having any strategy right now. Like
Exactly.
the only person having strategy, which is not never mind, you have to actually purposely do this, so never mind. I think the strongest person right now is Brooklyn.
I was just thinking of it
Yes,
because we have not
she
mentioned her
is.
name once this
got
entire
beat
podcast,
up.
Because
which
she's
is a good thing.
yeah, because she's good with everyone. And I will say right now, I was definitely wrong about her. Like she's 75% up. Like I mean, I wish that they wouldn't keep on giving her, I'm a mom and I have kids. I'm doing this for my kids. Like, we get it. You have kids and you're a mom. Okay.
God,
Like-
Zach hates moms. Why does Zach hate moms so much?
Well, Angela's a mom and a grandmother. Like, it's like
Her
Matt.
kids think she's badass. She said so.
It's like Matt saying, I'm a son of a mother. Or something like that. And it's just like, I'm the mother of children. It's like, okay, we get it. You're a mom, you're on here, you're young.
Devin has a daughter. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Zach hates moms.
but-
Zach hates all moms.
I'm
If you're a
gonna-
mom, Zach
let's
hates you.
Let's get that trending.
hey, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Mama C, I loved her. Was there a mom last season?
I don't think
Oh,
you do.
Suri.
Was
I
there
was
a
the
mom
biggest
last
Suri.
season? Yeah.
don't-
How about the
I
mom
don't
to the
think you
the
do.
son that
You
was in
didn't
the
even
game?
remember Sari.
The
Zach
first
hates
family, no, the first family, two family members to ever play the game together. It was just great.
Stop talking. Stop. You're go away again. I'm gonna go. You need to reset your internet one more time.
Absolutely not. We're not gonna do this.
But I'm really glad you brought up Brooklyn, Zach, because as soon as you started talking about the person that I think might actually be playing the best game, my initial thought was, oh wait, we haven't talked about Brooklyn at all yet. Yeah, very level-headed, very much just seeing things out and not giving too much, but also still getting involved in some of these little core groups that are maybe eventually will turn into something big. But I think in any case, she's going to be involved in one of them, which is really good for her. And I agree. We went really hard on her friendships and her assessment going into this season, where we probably should have been more focusing on her game, because honestly, it's been really great. And she hasn't been messy, which is better than being messy, like in Quinn's case, who is also playing
I
a
didn't
good game.
say anything. I did not say anything about her negative ever. Never, ever, ever. Never,
I wish.
Never.
ever. No, I probably did actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, if we roll back the film and we'll go back and see if you did.
Roll it back. Roll the tape. No, I don't hate her. I think she's doing great, actually.
I agree.
We can leave it at that then, and go
But
back
Zach
to the
does
wheel.
hate moms.
He does.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I just don't like moms that talk about their kids.
Yeah, moms.
Okay, I like this because I feel like My
Yes.
suggestion for the last part is that we do winner picks for the best and worst
Oh
players.
yeah,
too.
I love that.
Mhm.
Let's
So,
talk
yeah,
about
we could talk
Chelsea's
about
HOH
Chelsea's
real because
We also
like,
have to do a draft
we have to
update.
do another draft, yeah, or we can give an update on the draft at least.
Yeah.
Wait, we
I
have
don't.
to do a draft? We already did one.
We already did one.
Oh.
That shows how much we care about our draft right now. Okay, so Chelsea's HOH, I weirdly enough did not love it, but at the same time, I also don't think Chelsea had an abysmal HOH. Could you even have an abysmal HOH following Angela's tumultuous reign in the upstairs
Right.
room? I think
Angela's
Chelsea
was so bad. Anybody else is great, no matter what they did.
Exactly. I think Chelsea is confusing as a player right now. I think her biggest misstep, and the only time that I saw people truly being like, what is Chelsea doing, was really when she had Mackenzie and Leah up in her HOH room for
For
a
a
lot
slumber
of this
party?
week. Yeah, for a slumber party. And
think
I
The
understand.
optics alone.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know what
Not a good
Chelsea's
look.
play was with that. I don't think we're ever gonna find out because
I
we're
don't
never
think
gonna.
it was her play.
Whose idea was it?
I think it was like probably Leah. I don't know. I don't know. Bear, I don't know. Did we have the feeds? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
How
don't
can any of
know.
us know?
CBS, call me. This is a problem.
They will. They'll see your segment. And I want to know y'all's thoughts because I do think Chelsea was lucky enough to have 2 targets, really 2 volunteers this week between Kenny and Tucker. Kenny, who doesn't want to be there in the first place. Tucker just flat out saying, put me up on the block. And then you have Lisa and Angela. And Angela, if the house is considerably, or Angela was outright just assuming, she's like, you're going to put me up, right? And then Lisa, I mean, no one
That's
liked
an easy
Lisa.
one too. She's already been up. You
Yeah.
know, like it's easy to be like, I mean, you've already been up. So
Yeah. And
which
so
is a
really,
cop-out, but
this week was kind of a layup for Chelsea in terms of she has so many options that they pretty much equal the amount of people on the block. And it worked out for her. And then the only replacement that she had to have was a guy who just said, put me up anyway. So she, I think, as far as getting blood on her hands, has 0 blood on her hands still. The only thing that is getting on her hands now is that she invited Mackenzie and Leah, 2 of the 3 people that were voting out or against the house, whether they knew it or not, the week before, in her room just hanging out. And people are noticing it, which is like, man, you had it easy, and you still found a way to make it slightly
did she
concerning.
get any type of good intel? Like did she
I would love to tell you.
gain information this week? Because
I mean, Mackenzie told her.
Mackenzie's power.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's which is exactly where I was going to go with that. So in that regard, I mean, it's not like it's a stellar like HOH, but at least there was a little bit of like she didn't get a lot of really any blood, right? Ain't nobody's mad at her for what happened this week. Everybody's like, yeah, great choices.
Well,
And then
Lisa's
she
mad
got-
at her.
Okay, well, Lisa's
Okay,
mad at her
well,
from home. So
yeah, who cares? And she also got some good inside information and like forged some bonds and stayed out of any kind of drama. So I guess, I think it was not bad.
I would
It was
give it a solid
decent.
like 7 out of 10 because I feel like
Yeah.
she also something also to incorporate in this is that she nominated 4 people and still managed to get like
It came out of a HO. If you can come out
Right.
of an HOH and have no enemies,
after
I
nominating
think you're
4
doing pretty
people,
good. It
like, 4
just was
people's a
not
lot.
exciting. It wasn't.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, 2 of them basically volunteered, so that's
Okay,
Doesn't
but
matter.
that's
I mean, that's what I'm
great on
saying, that's
her.
good too.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like that's why I feel like it was a good week for her. Like
well.
I
Right.
don't know. I really like
Yeah.
Chelsea, and like I think that she handled it
too.
really well. I think like the whole like Leah Mackenzie thing, whatever. But now like they're closer with her, and they don't really
Yeah.
have anyone else. So
Well,
like
people just forget about it. Yeah.
right, people are gonna forget about that by this week. I think that she had a pretty good HOH week considering what we had last week.
Well,
So-
yeah. I mean, last week was way entertaining, way more entertaining.
Oh, of course.
It's like,
And she also-
Chelsea's.
Chelsea
no,
didn't
go
even
ahead.
want to win. Like, remember, like she kept saying, "I don't want to win," and then like she went into the competition and then she won.
Well, Leah was weirdly enough, Leah, her best friend now,
Yeah.
was the person that
Yeah.
she was trying to keep out of it.
Right.
I will.
It
I
just
will.
wasn't strategic though. You know, like
Right.
Well, that's what that's what I think about her HOH week is that I put it in the line with Derek Levaster's first HOH, where
yes.
it's people, you're in the HOH, but you're not necessarily making moves. They're moves that you agree with, but they're not moves that are most beneficial to you. You're just doing what the house wants, and you're gaining trust with the house, so they all sort of are okay with it. Next, if it's down to you, or if you win another HOH, they're okay with it because they know that you're going to make good picks or whatever, and you're not like crazy or anything. And that's what I think is good for her in that sense. But I also think on another hand, it's like, I think that she's just lucky that her alliance was okay with whoever was going out, because it's just, it did good for her with the people in her alliance, but for building anything, I don't think it wasn't productive. So it's overall
it was-
positive.
It was just average. Like I think that
Yeah.
Nick said like a 7. Like like 6, 7. It wasn't just spectacular, but you know, who would have been a big goal for her? Like I don't think it was like I do think getting Lisa out is advantageous because she's annoying. And she wanted her gone. So good for her game, right? But
I don't know. It may have been good for her game to get. Well, this is just because we see the overall picture, but Quinn would have been the best, but that would have never happened. But
well, right. We have information that she doesn't have, but I just think that there wasn't like a whole lot of strategy involved in the execution of her week, but I do think she made some inroads with some people that she had not had relationships with before. In fact, maybe too much, having a slumber party with them, but you know, and then she got the information from Mackenzie about the power, which I mean, you know, she got some things out of it. But you know, as far as like second weeks go, it's kind of a hard week to do HOH because it's like it's almost like it's the very first, like the first week is kind of like you're putting people on the block and you don't really know anybody. Like it's just a crapshoot. And if you're Angela, then it's a crap show. But if you know the second week, it's like this is when the game starts really coming together, and it's like you see the first signs of actual true like alliances forming, and we did see that this week because we saw Quinn and T-Court and Chemo, and that's like the true alliance for Quinn, as he said. And then we have the 3 C's who are together and they're pretty solid. And so we're seeing a little bit of that. It's like, I think it was a good week for her. Barrett, thoughts?
Yeah,
Tell
I
us.
think I agree with Nick mostly. You could give it more like a 7 out of 10. I think she did, like you said, Roxy, make those inroads, but I feel like she could have found a happy medium with some of those inroads that she found, meaning like maybe don't have a slumber party, maybe just hang out with them for a little bit. And then maybe don't hang out with the people that you're definitely in a group with in the backyard for Angela to just look out the window and see it. Because she is going to see it.
I will say the second HOH has never gone on to win the game. So
yes, there is a curse there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will also say with the Angela thing, I think that she handled that terribly. As far as obviously she knew she couldn't trust her by that, but I also think that I don't know, there's a sort of double-edged sword with Angela where if you're going to outright call her on this, it's going to cause something. where it's like she should have baited her into telling her, but
Yeah.
it still provided good TV. So
She also shouldn't trust Quinn. There's another thing that she keeps getting burned by.
What are you doing?
He's fixing the focus on his camera. All right, we're down to our last one, which is best and worst players.
spin it.
Oh, you want to spin it? Go, Glenn, go.
BB-18.
Shut up.
All right.
Hey. I didn't make the wheel.
Okay. I did. I'm
Best
the
player,
wheel.
Brooklyn.
I should also say, since Nick wants to add in a winner pick now, I think you should have your best player be also your winner pick. So do you want to keep Brooklyn as your winner pick?
Leah.
What? Okay.
Whoa.
The
I'm a Leah
faces.
stan too, and wow.
So here's the thing.
Please explain.
I'm not saying that she had a great week by any means, but something that I will say though is that I think that she's doing just enough and not a lot to stay in the middle, where I feel like people, if they want to target her, they feel like it'd be a waste of an HOH week, which I think right now she's sort of stuck in the rut of, well, obviously she's trying to flirt with everyone, but that's neither here nor there. If you want to showmance, I mean, go off, sis, do your thing. But I think that if she can come back for this, I think that she can play it pretty well. Because I think regardless, I think most of the guys are still cool with her, even though she's trying to flirt with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girls, I don't know many that are at least saying, I want this girl out right now or something. I think she's playing a decent enough game where I think I could see her making it far. I don't see her anything blowing up in her face right now, which I can say right now, because if we're speaking from past experiences, I don't want to choose the most strategic person right now because I know that they're going to go home. So that's just me.
Okay. Well, I mean, winner picks.
That's my winner pick though. I don't know if that's not my best player though. So
okay. You're locking it in now. I'm just saying. I picked Amira 2 years ago, and she was out the very next week. So I have a bad time.
So who are you gonna say? That's a real question.
Yeah. What am I gonna say? Will I even say it? Who knows? If Roxy remembers to call me out for it, I guess I will. Nick,
I'd like for you to go next, actually.
Okay, I'll go now.
How does it feel, Barrett?
This is really tough. I think this cast is so bad at this game in their own unique way that it's fun to watch. I really would love for Cedric to go far in this game. I absolutely would love it. And I think he has the ability to, and he has the social game to do it. So for my belief in Cedric's potential in this game, it's a big risk to say it that he could win. But I'm going to say Cedric.
I think that's a solid choice.
Picking a 21-year-old to win Big Brother is a risky game to play.
He's so natural, though.
Ian Terry
His
won.
instincts are natural.
Okay.
And he already is learning.
He is learning. We're watching him learn live, and we're watching him be in the mess of all of this. I just don't know who's going to want to get rid of Cedric anytime soon that's not named Quinn. And I don't even think Quinn could pull it off. I just think he's too
You got to have
well-liked.
numbers to be able to do it.
Yeah. I don't think Quinn could give a reasonable argument as to putting Cedric up right now or in the next few weeks. So down the line, we'll see how it goes. But worst player right now, I mean, Kenny's terrible. Angela's horrible at this game. But I think for the just disappointment factor, I'm going to say Leah.
That's who I'm saying.
Just for how much I had hope, and then now where we're at with Leah, I just have to say it. Like I could say Mackenzie, but Mackenzie is about where I thought she was going to be.
You're coming for my girls. Get off.
No, Mackenzie's better at the game than Leah. Sorry.
What?
Hot take.
Exactly. Nick. Actually, no. I love Mackenzie and Leah. Those are my girls. along with Tucker, but and Mr. Core. But okay, none of those I think are the winner picks though. My winner pick is actually Cam because people keep forgetting that he's there. And I think that Cam can win competitions, especially if the numbers start to get down.
Mhm.
Cam is going to kill all those physical comps towards the end of the season. Cam has an alliance. Cam has people that are loyal to him, and people keep forgetting he's there. I think that Cam is definitely the person everyone is sleeping on, and I can 100,000,000% see him winning the game, and I don't see how other people do not see it, especially in the house.
Good choice.
I think it's a solid choice. He's also very smart about a lot of things. Like just some of the things that he said, it's a pretty good read. I mean, I don't think that he necessarily has a good read like over the entire game right now because he's a little blinded by somebody named Leah, but I think that's a pretty solid choice too. I do.
Thanks.
Now, who is the worst player in the game to you right now, Nick?
I mean, Kenny and Angela, yeah, but that's kind of boring of me to say. I don't want to say this, but I kind of want to say Quinn.
Oh my God!
I feel like Quinn
The worst?
I do not think Quinn will win the game, and to me, I guess that's what I'm looking at as like the worst right now.
Well, I can understand because it's like he has such potential, and you're like, what are you doing? Like the ones that
Yeah.
you're like, they were never gonna win. Like it's kind of like
Right.
expected. I get it.
Right. I think Quinn's shit is gonna hit the fan very soon. And like I said earlier, I could see it being like a Ronnie BB11-esque like blow up thing where like it's just like everything is completely aired out and exposed. And Quinn thinks that he's like this evil mastermind, which like I don't think he actually thinks that. But the way that things are looking right now, I don't think Quinn will win the game.
No.
Because he's being very messy.
If Quinn wins the game, it'll make me feel like Jag winning the game last year, where it's just like I don't think you really should have come close to this, man. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't think you're like a great game player, and the fact that you keep he won literally everything. He Jackson Mickey'd his way through the competitions, which is not a verb you want attached to you. How did we lose Zach? Oh my God.
You said you wanted to get rid of them earlier, remember?
I didn't mean like that. Well, Nick, it's just us.
Wow, a double eviction, just like that.
Who would have thought? Nick,
well-
please cast your vote to evict.
Oh, I vote to evict Zach.
That's great because I vote to evict Roxy. Oh, it looks like we did it. That was weird. Well, I guess we'll see if they come back or not. Oh, Roxy is.
Right. Your mom said y'all even said Joseph's name tonight. And honestly, that's also a point because he was one of the people I was like, do I want to say his name for worse people? Because I feel like he's not doing anything.
He's too scared right now.
He's up there, like, so how you said, like, you're disappointed with, like, Leah and how, like, we were hype on her preseason. That's how I feel with Joseph. Like, I was really hype on Joseph preseason, and now I'm like, well, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're waiting. We're still waiting. He is a
I don't know if
loading
it's good or
screen.
bad yet, so, because he's not being messy, at least.
I didn't love his game last week. But it also seemed like every little thing that he tried to do that normally would work for people ended up in getting in his face because of Angela, who is just a not normal Big Brother player. So I think he had the right instincts, but now he had to like dial it back because everything he tried, just whether it be with Angela or with Matt confronting him about talking to Angela, he probably thinks that he's in the way worse position than he probably actually is. Because the way I don't know. I keep going back to the way like Matt talked to him, like, why would you say that? Why would you do that? And him just like cowering in that. I could just tell that I think he just wants to not be involved with anything. And it probably ruined his confidence for this week and just wanted to be, he's probably just like, don't talk at all, actually. Which hopefully will work for him and we'll see more. But I hope he's not a flop.
Why did you send us out, Barrett?
I did not send you out. We did a fake vote where we did vote you out.
We
but
did.
You were gone for a while. Do you have a vote?
But
you
I
wanna
kept
cast?
you. I promise. I kept you. I was the one vote.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I turned it up too loud.
I said you were a snake.
Oh, you want to say that
We all
in the
know
voting
this.
booth right now?
Yeah, I do. And then shout out to a bunch of different people who nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Gonna do that.
Oh, Roxy, you need to pick. You need to make your picks.
My winner pick is, gosh, I really like both of y'all's winner picks, but I don't want to copy. I don't want to copy. I'm just gonna go different, just because it doesn't really matter anyway. I'm gonna go with T-Core, and I'll tell you why. Because
Ooh, I like this.
she's really smart. If you notice, when she has conversations with people, they will just keep spilling and spilling because she constantly just says, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And she doesn't give a lot, but she gets a lot. And in this game, information is crucial. And, that's the biggest form of currency in the game that you can have is information. And she has it and continues to get it effortlessly. And she's level-headed, and nobody has anything negative to say about her. And she has allies who have both said out loud, like, she is my person. Well, Quinn didn't say just her, but the three of them together. But so I think that she does have people who are loyal to her, and I think even more than just that little group. And I just think that when it comes down to it, she'll play when it's time for her to play, but it's not time for her to play right now. She doesn't need to really do anything. But as we saw, if she needs to confront something, she absolutely will, and she'll do it in a way that doesn't alienate the rest of the house, as we saw with Angela this week. So I think she's a really solid choice to make it all the way. I don't know though how she's going to do on the finale night, like during the the questions at the end. I'm unsure how she will carry that portion of it, and that's always kind of hard, like when you're answering those questions, like you got to be good at that. Like you can't just
That's how
we
I
learned
feel
the
about
value
Leah.
of answering those questions last year, unfortunately, in one of the worst finales I think Big Brother has ever had, to be honest. I still feel that way. I felt that way right after it happened.
I agree. Roxy, I like what you said about that whole thing, because I was saying to my friend that I feel like she's like the house therapist, and like people will just come to her and talk and talk and talk and talk, and she just listens.
Very
Like she
calm
does
demeanor,
not give them anything. Like she and her cards are very close to her chest with a lot of people, which I feel like is really useful because people really like her as a person, and they really just want to talk to her all the time, and she'll listen, which is great. And I feel like that's like the perfect kind of person to watch out for. So
it's like the more she doesn't say, the more they give.
It's so like, strange.
Yeah.
Because if that was me, I'd be like, why is she just saying like what are you thinking? Like it would drive me nuts. But these people don't care. So
I'm so glad that you guys are speaking highly of Leah right now. That's just great.
Okay, Zach. That's my girl, but relax.
I think I do. I think Decor and Joseph, well, I'll put them in the camp of, I forget that they're there a little sometimes. Not as much as Cam, because literally whenever Barrett said that name, I was like, oh, your brother's back again? I'm like, oh wait, no.
Not that one. That's going to be on Survivor 48.
Don't even.
He's going to. I'm sorry. You're going to have to deal with them. Wait, Roxy, who's your worst player now?
Worst player? Honestly, Zach, I'm sorry. Probably Leah. And I like her. I do, but she's
Holy
not playing the
crap.
game. She's not. And I really like her.
Kenny's literally not even wanting to play the game.
Look,
It's too
but-
easy. Too easy to pick.
But I don't want to pick Kenny or Angela just because,
I didn't want to.
especially
pick
Kenny,
Quinn.
because I didn't expect anything, like it's like par for the course. Like, is Kenny playing worse than Leah? Sure. But I expected such high things from Leah that I'm really let down by her, which is why she's earned that spot from me.
Thank
It's
you,
just-
Cody.
Leah's so brown. Okay.
She is.
Leah is giving Jordan.
I'm
Take
sorry,
that as you
Jordan,
will.
Jordan Lloyd.
I don't see the comparison at all. But anyways,
I don't see the
comparison.
They're both blonde.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They both
And-
want to be squirrels. Oh wait.
They're
no.
both short.
And
Y'all,
Other
y'all
than
ever-
physical attributes.
Y'all ever forget
What do you
that
have?
Jordan won that season?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're gonna be saying about Leah. We're gonna be like, oh my gosh, BB 2025 had amazing fights. And remember whenever Leah won?
Okay.
Okay,
Whatever.
But
well done.
Roxy.
but
She's broken.
Is this when you turn into Ainsley?
That's what we were saying about BB11. BB11 had good fights.
Look, BB11 had fantastic fights, but do you think that Jordan was like a good player?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, good. Then we agree. If you want to compare Leah to Jordan,
She
that's
got
fine.
you.
Because
Got you.
Whoa,
I don't
she
think
did.
she's a good player.
What?
I want
never-
her to be one.
Oh my gosh. I never said
She's
I
your
said my
winner
winner.
pick.
Yeah, but I didn't say that she was the best player. The best player almost okay, there have been a
The
few
best player doesn't
like-
always win. This is true.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm picking a
And if she
realistic pick.
wins, the
that-
best player will not win. I can tell you that.
Mm,
Roxy, get off my girl's neck.
Exactly.
I like her, but Zach is just see exactly.
We
Like,
literally
Zach's
I
being
can
ridiculous.
well, I can clip it. Look, I can clip it. Literally
You're
last
being
season.
intentionally
Barrett-
facetious.
No, last season.
What were you
Barrett
right
was
about
saying-
last season, Zach?
I didn't say I was
Roxy.
right. No, I'm just saying
Zach, I spent all of last season with my child
Sissy
in
Banana,
and
don't
out
call
of
you
the
Big Sissy.
hospital, so I
said
did
it, Zach.
not see it.
Big Sissy Banana, don't call you Big Sissy.
Call you Big Sissy, Hi. I didn't even notice.
No, you were too focused on stepping on Leah's neck.
No,
Anyway.
stepping on your neck, Zach.
This is what I am saying. You can clip it. Last season, Barrett said, and I quote, Jag's not going to win. The person who's evicted never wins.
He shouldn't have won. I stand by that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I could see Leah winning the game. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect by any means, but will I like it? I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but my stand
And yet
card
you're
and my
upset by me saying that she's playing the worst game.
it's definitely not the worst. Okay.
Well, no, we've established that Kenny and Angela
Yeah.
are way worse, but I expected that. I'm saying I want to pick her as my. First of all, it's my pick, so. But
I'm
I-
not disagreeing with you, but what
I-
I'm saying is,
I'm picking.
go ahead.
Oh, thanks. Can I talk? Okay, cool. I am picking her because I expected her to be better, and she's not. She's busy creating fake love triangles, and I'm mad about it. Also, I really love it, but I'm mad about it.
And guys, it is still the second week. She has time.
I hope she turns it around. I honestly do. How about that?
Watch. Next week she's gonna be saying, you know what? Let's make alliances. Let's make an onion alliance. And then she's gonna say, oh, I need a ride or die, someone that's gonna stick with me. Oh, we can be called the hitmen, and all of a sudden you're gonna be, oh my gosh, mastermind.
No, because I'm not a Hitman fan. I like Derek Levasseur. Get that straight. Okay. I don't want to have to tell you again.
Okay,
I think
whatever.
But I will.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to wrap up this conversation because I'm getting tired of
Okay.
talking about this season. I reached my limit at 2.5 hours. Okay, honestly, I should reach my limit way earlier than that.
Show us the draft though.
So the drafts, I'm not gonna pull it up, but I'll give you an update. So Matt was my 3rd round pick. So I lost him first down to 3 people, and then Lisa was your last pick, not by
Roxy's
your
girl,
choice.
Lisa.
Yeah, Roxy's girl Lisa, quite literally.
Yeah.
First
The
round pick.
leftover. My leftover pick. Yes.
So who do
But
we all have left?
So Roxy still has Quinn, Mackenzie, and Rubina, which is you got Quinn as your 1st round pick. Mackenzie is there as well.
My
Rubina,
girl.
I think Rubina's got some play.
You got my
So,
girl Mackenzie. She
Yeah.
got
You
her
mean-
power.
You mean
I think
Wow,
Mackenzie's
so
going to
now.
actually be good in the long run, though.
Period.
Pow?
Yes.
I still have Tikor, Joseph, and Cedric, so I'm very thrilled.
Oh, you've
with-
got great. You're winning the draft this year.
Nick, you had Leah as your 1st pick, the 1st pick in the entire draft, and you have Cam, Chelsea, Brooklyn, and Ainsley still.
Wow,
You got a good team as well, minus Leah, your 1st.
your
pick.
girl wasn't here this week though?
minus Leah.
Yeah.
Who was my
Uh,
girl?
Zach, you
Ainsley.
Yeah, Ainsley. Zach, you've got Tucker, Chemo, Angela, and Kenny. So you have Angela and Kenny. I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened to you exactly.
They're still in the game
Wow.
though.
But you do have Tucker and Chemo. It's a good other 2 players to have. Tucker and Chemo probably could have
Love
been
Tucker.
if we all went in a 2nd round and said who's your 2nd pick for winner. We'd probably have Tucker and Chemo in there. So
I mean, eventually we'd get to them. There's only so many.
yeah,
else
if we did a 3rd round, we probably also would get to Tucker and Chemo as far as winner picks go, and if not that, definitely a 4th. Okay. With that, Zach, are you ready to preview next week for us?
Sure. Let's give
All
it
right.
a whirl.
I'll see if I can find some music. I don't know if I got any in here that might work for this, but yeah, just see if you can get a shot. Let us know what's coming up on Big Brother.
We will win competition on Sunday, and will Quinn use the deepfake to twist up the game? Will Angela fight with another house guest by calling them a twit? And who will win the veto and shake up the noms? Or will America get to choose? Not Lopez. And then Thursday, we'll be back to another live eviction and see who gets taken home on Big Brother.
Wow, that was really good. I'm so amped for next week now. You have no idea. I really thought it was America Lopez at first. I'm really glad you clarified that, though.
I literally envisioned her walking into the house telling us who the replacement nom was.
That would be a great twist if she just America's vote was literally just stamped by America walking into the house and just saying a name and then immediately walking back out.
She just leaves.
Yeah.
That'd be so brat.
Thank you, America. Nick loves this idea. We're gonna do it.
I'm so here for it. Like,
I'm picturing the Janelle gif of her taking off her jacket whenever she played the first comp of the season.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, wait. Somebody wants to know who you want to win the HOH. I already said Angela. And then I want Quinn to use his power.
I would love to see Quinn use his power on his own HOH and just see how that works out for him, just because I am curious.
Is this his last week or his next week?
Next week, I believe.
Would he use it if it's Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know you're joking. You're just joking. You're joking, Julie.
I could see Leah winning. I could see Leah winning, honestly.
Of course you can.
No, well, she was
That's right.
close. She was
see
really
it.
And the
close last
people-
time.
It's
No,
I'm
only
gonna tell you who she'll put on the block.
I support
Whoever doesn't reciprocate her flirting, that's who's going up. I just can't decide who's it gonna be. Tucker, Cam. I don't know.
it would be full like just our luck on this podcast, because this has happened many times in the past where we say like this person is the worst player and then they win the next HOH. It's happened many times, I feel like. So
Yeah, and I called the
Leah
right
is
HOH.
absolute front runner. Leah, Kenny, and Angela are all front runners for this HOH, and I'm excited to see if any of them
I think
come out.
any of those
Oh!
would be fantastic.
What
It just came out.
just came out? What is it, an album?
The HOH.
It definitely did not, because Feedbots did
No, I'm
not
just
give me a
kidding.
notification that they came back. So
It just came out, just dropped.
the album.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here now, I believe. If only I had a song perfect for this moment. That will never start, apparently. There we go. Can everyone hear me? Am I talking over it? Cool.
Yes.
Everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been a really fun 2 hours and 45 minutes. Those who were there for the entirety of the 2 hours and 45 minutes, thank you so much. Tabitha, my mother, Amanda, Shy Boy, Big Sissy, can I call you Big Sissy? That made my night. Big Sissy, can I call you Big Sissy? Showing up. Just so you know. Beard Freak, thank you so much for being here. I will only call it your friend Beard Freak, Roxy. I'm sorry. Cody,
Okay.
thank you for being here. Scoot, Juan, Bean, Tom, I know was here at the beginning. Everyone that was here. I don't want to leave anyone out. Jameson was also here. Caitlin, everybody, thank you so much. Amanda, even. And here's your awkward outro, Amanda. So join us next week again. We'll be live after the eviction. You can hop in the chat once more. If you don't want to do that, you can follow all of us at Twitter. I am at Spicy Barrett. Nick is at the Nick City. Roxy's at Roxy_Hotman, and Zach is at the Zach Perez. All those links are going to be in the description below as well.
As our link tree.
Yeah, like this video if you haven't. That helps us a ton. That brings more people here. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. If you want to comment anything after watching this afterwards, that's also welcome. And if you want to listen to us on audio-only platforms, all of those are available to you as well. Zach made a great link tree. I'm going to put that in there as well. We got to utilize that thing. We got to utilize the link tree. And yeah, that's all I got. Big Brother 26. What a crazy 2 weeks. And I can't wait for more. So with that, love one another. Stay with us. Zach, say the thing you always say.
Perception is reality. Our reality.
Good night, everybody.